with that, we return to the Auroraverse. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex, and we got a good old session for each and every single one of you guys. We have 7 Souls, episode 15, ready for you guys in the beginning of a new arc, a new chapter, and a new season for Soulbound. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are excited for what's going to happen today. For those of you guys who don't know, we're streaming over on the likes of YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys want to do me a good old favor, head over to the Twitch side of things, go drop a like on the video, maybe even go lurk over there to help us out. And it does help pretty much support the channel and all that good stuff. Special shout outs to the likes of October Sour Queen, aka Mort, and also Quaint Cat for joining into the stream a little early. Thank you so much. Alrighty. With that being said, let's go into the chat, or not the chat, but the overlay and all that good stuff. There we go. Boom. Alrighty, let's do this. We're going to unmute, we're going to undeafen, and we're going to say hello.
Have to leave the campaign. We gotta build stronger bonds.
Well, hello, huh? What?
Hello.
What a hell of a thing for him to come back to. Please don't murder us.
What happened?
Nothing important.
We're talking about Graz's villain arc and, how, who would she really care if died in our campaign? And we're like, oh, we don't know.
Oh, shoot. Everybody's freaking out. Withdraw cam confirmed.
I told you, bro. I told you. I told you.
I forgot to follow the chat. Hi, it's me.
Finally, live in person.
Live in person, in charge. Oh my god. Alright, well, everybody, is everybody good to go to play some D&D?
Yeah.
I don't know what D&D is. You're gonna have to,
It's the Dungeon and Durgan?
The Dungeon, I thought I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Not
No, the Dungeon and
Durgan.
Durgan. This is Dindal's domain. His request.
All right.
Dungeons and Durgans.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
And we're fucked. Fish,
The overlay dies.
Fish, you better get over. All right, you better fix my goddamn overlays. Man.
Welcome back.
You're not a Pikachu, says Pete to Madra. Oh, you're a fraud, Madra. Apparently you're a fraud. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So
I know. I disappointed all of y'all. I'm not an actual Pikachu. I will cosplay that one day.
Oh, fucking day.
Took me a second what you were talking about.
Oh man. All right, everybody, let's get started. Let's not waste any time because we got a fantastical session that everybody's looking forward to. Let's do this.
We have to hurry up and scar one of our players more until we need to give them cookies and hugs, apparently.
Hey man, all I'm saying is I just prepared a badass Oni fight. That's all I prepared for. I can't say anything else about that.
No, the DM is responsible for all deaths and tragedies. It can't be the player's fault. Never, not ever.
Did you forewarn them of possible spoilers of Friday's session?
They'll figure it out the hard way. That being said, gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of misfits. For this, my friends, be the tale, the corruption, and that of an everlasting frost. For this, the infamous tale of the Frost Maiden and the 7 Souls. Our tale would continue as we found our heroes traveling through the Forbidden Expanse to return to the planar rift in hell. Upon traveling, they'd find a handful of resources, such as mana, medicine, and food. However, Ulf would gain the idea of doing a trust exercise, replacing everyone under a zone of truth and requesting them to speak truthfully about what they know. To not hide anything, secrets or other sort of things to their knowledge. Regardless, some mysteries were still able to interfere with the Zone of Truth's magic, and it caused more damage than good. Though it was a failed effort with good intent, the party would have to move on and find shelter in the snow. Upon traveling, they'd find an old mill with several skeletons surrounding it. Inside said mill, they'd find a strange tiefling individual who had been raising the dead in the area. An individual who would be a cleric of Rakdos, known as Tony. Tony would explain that they were also trying to enter into hell as well. However, there would be no way to get through an army of the corruption without an army of bones. With that, the 7 souls and this individual would team up for the time being, agreeing to help them raise an army for both of their benefits. However, what must they learn to do when it comes to raising the dead? Will they assist? Or will they stand by? We'll have to discover what all this will mean, and what everything will happen and occur across all of the Auroraverse in Session 15 of Soulbound, the 7 Souls. And that, my friends, let's pick back up where we left off and get sent over to the Shadow. I mean, this little mill. Wow. All right. 7 souls. That's not the right map.
Sensei, we need you to roll your highest saving throw. You said the C word.
Oh no, I can say the C word as much as I want. I'm Captain Fable, bitches.
No.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
you can say it after we've proven that we've actually got rid of it, but you know it's still around it. I mean,
pain.
in
Someone
all
please
fairness.
help me. All right.
Just leave.
Definitely not dropping lore. Anyways, all right, we're gonna just play this and we're gonna ignore everything. So, as we return back towards this little small establishment, this little mill house and more, let's explain what you guys see around yourselves once more. So, looking about, you are still in this little small warehouse or factory, or a kind of factory sort of thing. You notice as there are a handful of skeletons that seem to be sort of running around this little establishment. Off to the side, you'll notice as this guy over here is sort of stirring this sort of, just kind of a vat or a pool of bone meal off to the side. You notice as this individual is still kind of right closer towards you. They're standing their ground. They don't have their weapons drawn. They are, just ready for the next action or command to be thrown at them. Meanwhile, up ahead, you would see as this tiefling individual, sort of pinkish kind of hair, and also pinkish sort of skin tone and color. You'd notice as they seem to be looking towards each and every single one of you, gauging what's on your persons, gauging your intentions as they're finishing up questioning you. Though they stand here now, they look over and they ask you all of this. Well, it seems to be that we're all in agreement. We're going to need to, as I mentioned before, I'm going to need a little bit of assistance to probably deal with raising an army if we are to deal with the likes of the corruption. And you see as they say that word again, you remember that last time they said it, nothing happened to them for whatever fucking reason. Not entirely sure why, but nothing happened. As they say this, I'll ask, is there anything that, any questions that you may have or concerns that I need to address for the time being before we get started?
Yeah, how come every time I say that word, I get hurt, and every time you say that word, you just don't?
I think we're just cursed, buddy.
Wait, what word? What are you talking about?
That C word that you decided to say.
Corruption? What about it?
Yeah, that one.
What, can you not say that word?
No, I can't.
Nope.
Wait, why not?
Well, I can. It's just every time that I do, it hurts a little on the inside.
Wait, was that the thing that happened to that one over there a while ago, pointing towards Groswarl?
Yeah.
What? So you're saying that you say a simple word and that you your arm turns like the corruption, and then it hurts, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Well, that's fucking stupid.
I agree.
I don't know. That is quite curious. I do here. You'll see as Tony begins to actually take out a book of theirs, and they'll begin to start sort of scribbling down a couple of things. Duly noted. If I ever want someone to be inflicted with pain, I just force them to say corruption. Okay, straight. Is that like a you thing, or is that like a universal thing?
Guys, I think we're saying too much.
Definitely couldn't tell.
They're not sure exactly what this means, but more experimentation will be needed. Okay, very well. You'll see as they close the book. To be honest, to answer your question, I genuinely have no idea. I've been able to say, well, that word all my time. Would it make you feel better if I just stopped saying it outright?
Yeah.
Okay.
We usually refer to them as the starry ones or the darkness.
Very well. I shall refer to them as the darkness. That said, is there any other questions that you might have for me?
You're from hell, right? You said?
No, well, it's a complicated story. I have relatives and family from hell. I myself was not... Oh, actually... That's a good question. Was I born from hell? I don't think I was born in hell. I do not know. I do not know of my creation, but, I have been to hell multiple times, and I am looking to return to said hell.
So we already said this last time, but so are we. We're actually looking for someone in hell. I don't know if maybe you or your relatives could help us with that. But one of our concerns is that only one of us in this group has ever gone and come back from hell, and the rest of us don't really know how. So if you have like a guidebook, if you've written down instructions, that would be super helpful. If you're willing to share, of course, but you know.
History check. Where is the character sheet? And make a, actually, nah, you don't need to. You're good. You already know. 18. I will say, I have not recently, came from hell. This isn't like it's not a sort of vacation spot where, you may just go there for every other year, so just to, see the sights and everything. No, I was there when I was a kid. Particularly like, around 4. And I was looking to see exactly what's going on and see if... I have business there. That's all you need to worry about.
That's
I don't
fair.
wish to bore you with the details.
Yeah, no worries, and you don't have to share anything you don't want to. I was just curious if there would be a way for us to get out, since we haven't been there before.
I am not sure. I've heard of a story, The Path of an Axe. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but personally, I would not know any written text of, hey, hello, this is how you escape Erebos' domain. Use this 2-step guide and you'll be able to definitely not earn the wrath of Erebos in any way, shape, or form. I do not know of this.
No worries.
So, well, is there any other things that you wish to inquire about?
Why are you, so you are trying to get the starry ones out of hell. Are you willing to share why that is?
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm not necessarily sure where I was born, but I do have some ties to hell in some way, shape, or form. And, well, if the starry ones are about, or, excuse me, the darkness, my apologies. If the darkness is around, then I can't really do my research now, shall I? So, it is probably in my best interest to make sure that they are not there.
Research? Pyre perks up.
Oh, yes, I love it. I do love my research. Love, love, love.
Do you want to share research? And like Pyre starts pulling out his notebooks, going.
Well, it depends. Are you? Oh my goodness. Are you a mage of practices of sorts?
Oh, yeah, I had to teach myself. Yeah.
Well, wonderful, splendid. Even this will go very, very well. I have plans. I can show you lots and lots of my research, but we should hold off for that for now. For the time being, we should probably understand exactly what our capabilities of each other are, and in the time, we should maybe, discuss plans of some sorts, because if we're going to try to assault a mountain, then filled with these darkness, then we should probably prepare. Here, do you mind stepping outside with me? I care not for this putrid smell in here of death and decay.
Okay.
And you see as like they're saying this, they're like kind of pinching their nose and more.
Out of character, why do I feel like Tony is a warlock?
You can see he gets here's a cool thing. Fish, if you want, or Pyre, I more so speak to. If you want, you could, inquire by A, asking where their magic 100% comes from, or B, getting them to cast some sort of magic, and then trying to analyze by identifying it. Them trying to identify the source of it. That is an option.
I guess as we were walking out, Pyre would turn and go, what are your capabilities? I see you are doing some sort of necromancy?
Oh, it is pseudo-necromancy. It is by technicalities, I guess it would fall into that line of necromancy, but the magic I cast, it is not all of raising dead. It is more of another type of magic, replication magic, as I think I've mentioned before. It is a rarer form of the arcane I learned from a terribly annoying hag.
Right. So you learned your magic. You weren't, like, innate with it?
Well, it's more of I get my magic from a source. I get it from not really a god, but my father.
Oh, I got you. Out of character, that literally just sounds like a warlock in a pact. I'm not gonna lie. Shut up.
Or money.
All right, well, carry on. Let's just not stay all stuffy in here. All right. And I assume you guys walk out. Does anybody stay in here or take a look-see at anything?
Nah.
Nope.
All right, sick. Let me open this map up and let me adjust all your tokens because you guys, it's not accurate entirely. Boop, boop, bam, bam. Anthony are not over here anymore. Zappy's over here, and then Tony's about right over here, kind of leading you guys.
Out of character question.
That's not their token.
Does comprehend languages mean that I can understand Zappy?
I don't think so, no. Unless, let me see what languages Zappy can speak. It depends. Because he might be able to speak another language. I gotta check, though.
Yeah. Well, it says you literally... you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear.
But is it a real language, or is it just...
That's why I started asking. So I'm like...
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone else has... Does anyone else have, like, a ability to understand Zappy?
Well, okay.
Myra did.
Technically, yes. Technically. The reason why is Blink dogs have their own language called a blink dog.
Blink dog. Blink dog. Blink dog.
Yeah. So technically, yes, you would be able to.
Okay. Okay. It just depends on if Zappy were to be able to understand.
Would.
Well, I would hope he'd be able to understand blink dog.
Well, no, like any language we speak to him, if he can't understand it, there's not like a two-way communication there. Okay. Okay.
All right. So as this is sort of happening, Tony's gonna just be walking out for the time being, and you'll all look over and you'll see as they're sort of appearing and sort of trudging through the snow. They'll kind of like take a little makeshift sort of seat over onto the one of the the crates of bones and more bones off to the side. As they're kind of doing this, you all will notice as an individual begins to slowly form out of an astral starriness. You look over and they seem to be massive in size as they begin to appear with a red cloak. You look over and it seems to be a familiar individual. You almost begin to ready yourselves for any sort of action, any sort of battle before you realize that it is simply Keeper Cass. As Keeper Cass begins to look over towards you all, you'll see as he looks down, waves, greeting you all, and saying, yes, hello, Soulbound. I appreciate you for your patience. I have an individual that is waiting to reconnect with all of you. But you'll see as he begins to open up the legs of his cloak, and out walking from it will be Thorin, your Bijou sorcerer.
Yay, Thorin.
Does Tony react to this person? Like, does Tony see this person?
Tony looks over and hold on, let me see what first off. This is important. Attribute. He looks over at them, but they have a puzzled and confused face at the moment. They get ready to kind of like start conjuring a spell, but not necessarily actively throwing it at them. It's more so, what the hell is going on? Who are you? Oh god, they have an astral cloak. We should probably kill them. Why aren't you guys killing them, you know?
Roz would put out her hand and say, "Don't worry, this is not a Starry One's thing. This happens." He brings companions and then takes them away. It sounds weird, but it's fine. He won't cause us any harm.
Okay, that's... Oh, this place really is a lot stranger than I gave it credit for.
It's so weird here. It's just, it doesn't end.
So let me get this straight. You can't say the word corrupt. I'm sorry, I almost said it again. You can't say, the darkness, and also there's some random spirits and souls just sort of running around. The sky decides to crack, and as soon as they begin to say that, you notice as the sky begins to slowly crack like a glass and begins to break, shattering down to oblivion. Up and there it goes. Okay, I'm not losing my goddamn mind. And as soon as this happens, Thorin...
Just kicking the snow a little bit.
Yeah. Thorin, make a wisdom saving throw for me, buddy, as soon as this happens. As soon as the glass above begins to shatter.
Okay.
6.
Ooh.
I figured as much. Thorin, oh boy, time to go on an adventure. It's not I don't know what your... That's fine if you want to reroll your important thing, because I don't remember what it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah.
Just to have it ready.
So, Thorin, as you begin to appear out in this area, you begin to look up towards the sky, and as you notice it begins to crack, shift, and shatter, the same visions from earlier, from yesterday, begin to occur. You notice as the astral glass breaks and a wave of emotions wash over you. It shifts into night, and more of these negative emotions trying to consume you from all sides. begin to almost take shape. They take form around you. Your personality begins to shift and change again, altering before stabilizing. As this happens, you witness that same vision of the past over and over and over again. Thorn, events some become clear, but leaving more question rather than answers. You remember the sky shattering long, long ago. You look over as, however, you're not alone witnessing it. Look to your left and right around you, and you see as there are several dozen individuals. Biju individuals. They look over, pointing towards the sky as they're all screaming in terror. The sky is beginning to break, and you hear a loud explosion from afar towards or from the sky. The sky breaks again. Another shatter of the glass, another explosion, another crack, another tear. Something is coming. It's time to fight or flee. You all look as other individuals begin to try to stand their ground or to run. And you look towards everyone else is fleeing, but you look up and above. Make a perception check, Thorn. 17. You look up and you see as another crack begins to occur, and you see as water, a massive amount of water, begins to slowly start falling from the sky itself, and not like rain. No. Almost like a faucet, almost like a waterfall just forming out of the sky as it begins to billow down and crash into the lands. As soon as the water hits, the visions begin to fade, and you're here in the snow. You're not surrounded by Biju individuals. You don't hear screams or terror. Things are normal-ish. Strange, ever strange, but regardless, as this begins to occur, what do you say or do, Thorn, as you approach next to your allies in this moment in time?
I look at the new person, staring them down. I just ask, what the fuck are you?
I could say the same thing for you. Quite rude, but what's exactly the... Oh my god, you look at that. You like pride. What the fuck are you?
I asked first.
Do you know this one as well? He's quite rude.
He's one of ours, yeah.
He is. He does get rude at nighttime. During the day, he's a very cheerful guy.
Oh, so now we have other individuals, and now they get, you know, their personality changes day and night. I hate this place, and now you see why I want to go back to hell.
No, that's fair. That's fair and valid.
I'm sorry for being in such a grumpy mood. It's been stress for a couple of days. I can say that. Anywho, here, I am a tiefling, as you could probably tell by the horns. I am a cleric of Rakdos, and who might you be?
I'm foreign.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Thorn. I guess to return the question, what the fuck are you? We broke him. We broke him. We broke him finally.
He's just looking around, looking at his arms.
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
You don't
We
know?
actually not know what Thorin is.
No.
No one does.
No one knows what a Biju is. Like, you guys know out of game what a Biju is, but no one knows in game what a Biju is.
Have we never actually thought about this? Wait,
No.
hold on.
No, you haven't.
Crossbow?
At most, you guys have only thought about, like, when you guys were in the Berserker Cave, like, way long ago, you noticed that the crystals upon, like, Nord and all the other Berserkers, they had crystals like Thorn, but that's about it. And it wasn't, like,
I don't-
anywhere near to the extent, right?
And the other information was that my crystals contained mana, as Atlas said.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, no one's like kind of questioned it.
Oh. We just kind of accepted it and moved on.
Who did Ross
Yeah.
know what a Bijou was, though?
No.
Since she had... Oh,
Mm-mm.
So none of us know what a
Even if you
Bijou
did,
is.
you might have like heard, oh, there's like some crystal folk named Bijou, and that's about it. That's all you know. If anything at all, right?
I'd like to imagine that people just assumed that he's a water genasi whose watery hands are frozen.
Well,
Interesting.
very well. I guess pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry that you do not know what you are, but that is quite unfortunate. And anywho, are you? Who's your friend over there? He's gonna point towards Keeper Cass.
Keeper.
that's Keeper Kaz.
Does he always speak like mumbo jumbo, or is he?
They all have different manners of speaking. They're all very unique individuals who take care of us, I guess, because...
At least this one talks.
Yep. Yeah,
Would
the
you-
one before didn't talk at all.
Would you understand this thing?
Yes, he did.
You don't understand?
Oh
What'd
yeah,
he
they
say?
don't. No one besides us does.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
The one previously did talk.
Yes, just not out loud.
Sensei, didn't Pyre have conversations with the
Yeah.
keeper before?
Yeah, you did. He did. He.
No one else did.
Yeah, no one else did.
Oh, I talked with him.
I mean, I kind of did at least once.
Oh, yeah, we had interesting conversations.
Yeah, Tia
In the light of everything.
it was a grand old time.
In the light of things, probably not the best thing for me to be talking to him, but yeah, I talked to him.
Okay.
No, good for you.
I will say that I must get going. I am needed across the realms for the time being. You all take care, and
Thank you,
Keeper.
Kaz.
Quick question.
very, very quickly.
Your ability to move about the plane here, is that something we could eventually harness?
One of you, not all. One of the marked ones. But I've said too much now. I must get going. With that, you'll see as Keeper Cass begin to slowly just sort of envelop themselves with the likes of the cloak before eventually kind of vanishing into an astral light and nothingness.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of us show like the marks to Tony? don't remember.
I don't think you actively showed it to them,
Mm-hmm.
but you could if you want.
Yeah. Do we know if he noticed like marks or not?
I mean, you're not entirely sure.
Okay.
All right. Well, very well. So, I guess here, if you do you want to fill them in on what's going on? You probably know them a lot, or you know them more than I do. Referring to Thorn.
What was that? Kind of missed it for a sec. Can you repeat it?
Oh, I was just hoping that your compatriots would be able to or fill you in on what's been going on. That I don't really know you, so I would hope they would.
Yeah, right. What's going on?
So, we all are going to hell. We have to rescue someone there. Tony here is building an army so that they also can go to hell. We're going to team up so that we have better chances of success. And, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Wait, how are you building this army?
It is through replication magic. It is a very, very long forgotten arcane practice of taking one thing and, how you say, manifesting a second version or copy of it.
Speaking of that magic, can you do that with other things too?
Quite a couple of things, but I only know the basics as, I hate even saying her goddamn name. Grim Alice, that hag that I mentioned, she only taught me the very, very basics of it.
Does that name ring a bell?
Not to you, but
Not
to
in
someone
character, no.
else.
I mean, because of meeting her, you know, in a way.
Not to you, Thorin. Not to you.
Right.
Alright, nobody's gonna go for that one then. Then Ulf's gonna pull the shield kind of like off his back. And think you can replicate this?
Let me look at it. Is it magical at all?
It is not.
Then you might be in luck, possibly. It is not the easiest thing to do, and it does take a lot out of me. Depending on how long we travel, I might be able to do it, but
You
we
do have a skeleton army. How are you outfitting them?
Oh, the same way, but the skeleton army is more useful than one simple shield at the time being. See, for example, I can always give them, I don't know, a stick, or I could have them cause a distraction, and that could be a lot more useful than having to defend myself with a shield.
Understood. Well, if at all possible, it would. I would really like to acquire another shield, if at all possible.
We did get a second one.
He's just gonna turn and look over at Graz.
I could use a shield, I guess. That could be helpful.
You don't have one?
I do not. Nothing but weapons here.
Damn.
Weird.
So,
Yeah.
this is, do you like, what? Do you hold like dual-wield weapons and then like hold one in your mouth? What? Why do you need so many weapons?
I just have them, but also, you know, when you're fighting the darkness, having multiple options available is always good.
Oh, is it
No.
like a sort of thing? It's like, oh, I'm not really feeling the Warhammer today. I think I'm going to go a little bit in a slashing mood. Is it
Exactly.
like that, or?
Exactly. Yeah, you know, having it's like having a tool for every occasion, except it's weapons.
I see, I see. You'll see as Tony takes out the book. Possibly a murderer. All right.
No.
What-
we have only fought the darkness. We do not go around killing people. That is not a thing that we do. This group does not commit war crimes. Looks at secrets. Looks at
Do we?
looks at the valley. We are only fighting the darkness so far. That's
I
that's
feel
all
as if
that
that
we've
was
done.
targeted to someone, but I do not know who, and I don't know if that was me or someone else. Anywho,
Just thinking out loud. Sorry.
oh man. Oh, okay, very well. Speaking of which, here, if we are to be working together, we should probably, if you want to help raising in this army, or at least assist in some way, shape, or form, and you do want to do that, correct?
Yep.
Sure.
Stupid question. Are we just sitting outside here in the dark talking?
You didn't like the smell.
Yeah, it's stinky inside.
Which is kind of ironic. You don't like the smell of the dead, but you're a fucking necromancer.
Sorry, I was like off in La La Land listening and it just clicked. We're sitting in the dark. Carry on.
I mean, if you want to make a little small campfire, I mean, by all means, go for it. You have the capabilities, wizard.
Yeah, he was gonna like dancing lights, so we're not just sitting in the dark here. Sorry.
You're good. Oh man, I love magic. All right.
Oh, good. Oh.
Nah, it's all good. Though they're having a little bit of internet issues, so it's all fine and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I assume you just begin to summon the sort of dancing lights in like four corners, so that everything can be seen.
So we're not sitting in the dark.
You all don't have to just sort of sit there. I'm sure you're tired. You don't have to stand. You can sit around at least. But anyways, as I was saying, we should probably discuss what our capabilities are. So I probably could help figure out what everyone would be best suited to assist with. I guess I could start us off if you need me to, though.
Go ahead.
Alright, well, it's pretty simple. Besides a little bit of replication magic, I am, a cleric, as I mentioned before. I typically fighting, getting up and close, that is not my forte. I have no interest in that at all. It quite, in fact, disgusts me a little bit. But that is the reason why I have my, associates, judging and looking around towards the skeletons. They do the fighting for me. I have a rule, though, that, so they don't get, too many don't get in the way. I typically only have 4 on me at all times. But, besides that, I am capable of healing magics and more, as well as enhancing individuals, such as enhancing their skills or base abilities. Oh, I will say I do have a couple of other tricks up my sleeve when it comes to control, or, for lack of a better term, mind domination, but it is a rare thing that I ever use, and it's more of a innate born ability rather than a requested one.
Side-eye to Gross.
As Tony is describing their abilities, can Pyre try to figure out like exactly kind of like where their magic derives from? Like, AKA, are they a cleric? Are they a wizard?
Oh boy, make an Arcana check for me. Pyre.
And the reason why is because you phrased it can be done innately, but not asked for.
Yeah. It is an interesting one. 28, natural 20. Oh boy. Oh boy. Good stuff, Pyre. Pyre's like, I see through your bullshit, magic man. So.
Hey, we got there. Never mind. Go ahead.
You're good. So, with a 28, here's what we'll do. I'll give you a little bit extra. So, the way they're wording it, it can be, really anything. They say they're a cleric. They say they're a cleric. But, people are capable of lying. You know that more than anybody, right, Pyre? Right?
Hey, don't call me out like that.
I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling other people out. But that's all I'm saying. I'm just going to leave it at that. Anywho. The way they're describing their abilities, saying it's an innate thing, you're able to judge at least that, well, from your general experiences with differing races and more. Some races are just capable of casting magics, and also being in the presence of, Anth. You know the tieflings have the ability to cast some magic based off of what layer of hell they're from, right? So that's what you could probably assume that's what they're referring to. Now, when it comes to this in general, all the things that they've said, there's definitely a higher power of some sorts happening here. Well, the only things with higher powers typically would be clerics, warlocks, paladins, and some variations of, more zealotry types, such as a sorcerer, even, well, you wouldn't know the monk one, but sometimes a sorcerer. Now, judging by the likes of they do not like up close and personal combat, and you having experience with Ulf, the chances of them being a paladin is very, very slim. Very, very slim. The chance of them being a cleric is, well, they could be truthful, but the chance of them being a warlock is also very high. You're gonna need to probably see their magic and analyze it immediately to be able to gain a definite answer. But upon doing so, you'll definitely know working with here.
Gotcha.
You just need like another bit of experimentation. Here's the route that you need to go about it. Get them to cast some magic of some sorts.
Gotcha. Pyre's gonna press his dissertation and sit down and like as we're talking, because he's tired of standing.
Alright, fair enough. Alright. But yes, that is my sort of capabilities and style of work. What about the rest of you? Yeah, I guess you sat down first, so go ahead,
yeah.
Pyre, I believe.
I self-taught myself magic. I used to live in my hometown and just stumbled upon and started studying, and the rest is history. I'm capable of certain things. Looking madly at my spellbook.
Fair.
Things you've probably seen, like rays of lightning, rays of fire. Also some protection magic for myself. A little bit of utilitarian to aid in my research and further that as well.
I see. Magnificent. All right. And what of the rest of you? Here. They'll look towards the fellow tiefling. I'll look towards Anth. What of you?
Well, I'd say my combat abilities pretty much are limited to, I suppose, mind tricks and a mix of traditional combat, you would say, be it swords and daggers.
I see. What is your role in the group? Are you more of I believe Pyre was saying, more utility and stuff like that, but also capable of explosive types magic? What is your sort of role in this sort of group?
Well, I do have quite a few things in my pocket that can hinder my enemies, and I can also do a little bit of healing. But for the most part, I just try to tell people to do better.
Get good, scrub.
So, are you tell them to get better? Like, are you like a captain of this crew? Are you like a cheerleader? What does that mean?
Oh hell nah, he
Good
ain't.
scrub.
Oh, I'm definitely not a leader. That is out of the question. But I mean, I
Opens
suppose.
a book. Doesn't like to lead. All right.
I suppose. I have my ways of getting people to be better, not in the kindest ways.
Quite ominous. I like it. All right. What of you? He looks towards Thorin.
Shit up.
What?
I blow shit up.
Oh, I thought you told me to shut up. I was like, wow.
I mean, that's not out of character for Thor at this point.
Well,
Especially at nighttime.
and now shut up.
Straight and to the point. How do you like blow them up? Like, is it like a sort of like a boom, like a sort of fiery explosion, or is it more of like a lightning sort of electrical surge sort of thing? Well, I need details. It's important, you know.
You talk too much, maybe I'll demonstrate on you.
Alright.
Not preferable, but oh god, Lord Rakdos. All right, is he always like this?
No,
Nighttime,
definitely
he gets
not
very
always.
rude. I'm really sorry. At daytime, he's a really nice guy during the day. I'm really sorry about this.
He's always a nice guy.
Thank you.
Your definition of nice.
I see.
Did
Well,
you say he just said thank you?
I'll just say arcane dickhead. There we go. All right. Slams book shut.
I love her his descriptions.
All right.
Orange asshole.
And then they're gonna look over towards Yato. And what of you?
Well, I'm the newest person in this group. I like to slice things very fast. Using this as he unsheathes the sword from like the sheet that it is. Using this.
All right, so chef, that is overcompensate. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Sensei.
Yes.
While Tony's writing in this book, can I like look and see what they're writing in the book as like what else is in there?
What
as I'm
else is
sitting
in there?
next to them?
Yes, good stuff. I was hoping that's what you're trying to do here. All right, perception check. 19. So, on this page that they're writing on, it definitely seems to be, it's not like an arcane book, like a wizard book, but it's fairly similar for, how you say, use and practicality. It is more of a prayer book, also kind of a mix of a journal, if you will. You notice as there are some sorts of strange sort of writings and scrawlings upon the pages and more, and especially with the design. It is, I mean, judging from your Arcana check from earlier, it's definitely infernal in nature, but not just sort of like infernal in nature, like, oh, you know, this is a random cultist mock-up of a sort of scrawling or anything like that. No. This is even seeing things of like that you wouldn't expect to notice or whatever. It seems very detailed, very intricate, very how you say, involved with its design and more. Definitely curious, but regardless, the other things that they're sort of placing is, again, just general notes that you guys have sort of mentioned, and everything that they're saying, like a little bit out loud, they have written down entirely. Some things have been bolded, circled with a couple of notes towards Graws, possibly has murderous tendencies. Need to keep an eye on and all that sort of stuff. But it doesn't stop between there. It's also Thorn possibly is an arsonist of terrible capabilities. Also quite rude. And you see as that one's underlined with 3 underlines and more and stuff like that. And you know, it's just more kind of shit talk, I had to be honest. But okay. I will keep that in mind that you're looking at their sort of book in case they ever flip to something else. I'll let you know if you see anything more interesting.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. So, and they actually did write chef with overcompensation or overcompensating for something. Slicing real fast. All right. And what is that all of your capabilities? Looking towards y'all.
Well, that's a TLDR. I mean, we could get to know each other more, but with time, I'm not gonna give you a list of all I could do. It's gonna take a day or.
Fair enough. Straight for the most important things. And you'll see as Tony's going to look over towards this individual. And what of you, little one?
Zappy's 100% getting a pet right now and just be like, don't chew on the weird lady. It's okay.
Zappy is 100% Zappy 100% took one of the bones, just gnawing on it. He 100% did that.
I hope you don't. I hope you don't mind. He likes bones.
Oh, I see. That's very well. Are they? Well, yes. Are they capable of combat in any way, shape, or form, or are they just a simple pet?
Well, we're working on it.
Fair enough.
I don't think Zappy's actually hit anything the entire time the ult's been around, so...
Yeah.
You need something, he finished someone off.
He's hit 2 people, I think, 2 times throughout the entire campaign. Oh, man.
We're working on it.
Poor guy.
We gotta start hardcore training, like...
Oh, all fully plans on starting to train Zappy. That's one of his goals.
Oh, very
Training montage.
Well, you seem to be his handler of some sorts. What of you?
I wouldn't say that I was his handler. I'm just, he's a friend of mine.
Fair enough.
You want to know about me? It's quite simple, really. I do whatever it takes to keep other people alive.
Well, that's wonderful. What does that mean?
It means exactly what it sounds like. I will do whatever it takes to keep my friends alive, as he doesn't quite trust enough to say a whole lot.
So, like, what, are you like a blood hunter or something, or what does that mean?
I'm off.
Oh my goodness, you and your secrets of this group, oh my god.
It's no secret. It's as he's gonna pull out the Dindar's the necklace, the holy symbol for Dindar. I'm just been placed here to make sure people stay alive.
Alright, beautiful, you're a cleric like me. Why's that so hard? Alright,
I'm just not even gonna say a word. Just let it go.
Let it slide.
Alright, they're gonna look over towards Groswarror. And what of you, love?
I
Love.
am a fighter, and I'm a Valkyrie in training.
Oh, man. A Valkyrie, perfect. I assume that you... See, that I can work with this. You do the whole sort of riding atop of or Pegasus and all that sort of stuff, and raise the dead and... Yada yada, correct?
Not yet, but I'm getting there.
Ah, Valkyrie in training. Wonderful, wonderful. And I assume by the weapons and what you've told me before, those are not just for show, correct?
Right.
I have several questions, but I will need to sort of do a bit of research. And you'll see as they begin to start or writing a couple of things and plans. And at this point, Pyre, you would notice as they're starting to formulate game plans of like, okay, so here's what we have. We have a couple of holy individuals. We have a couple of people who are capable of arcane. And towards the arcane individuals, he's saying, hey, maybe that these individuals can be capable of learning replication magic. Or the more inspiring individuals, kind of like Graz and maybe Anth, who can tell people to get better scrub. Maybe that they could help with enhancing the skeletons and more and all that sort of stuff. For Yahato and Graz, possibly Ulf, maybe they could be responsible for finding materials and going on a quick little hunt. They're just basically writing a couple of like possible plans and more.
Gotcha. So they're being more utilitarian.
Yeah.
About everything.
But one thing
Okay.
that you would notice with a 19, and I'm gonna DM you this one.
Oh shit.
You would notice as there is a symbol, a letter in the top right of each and every single page. You see the letter? This. Keep that in mind for later. Alright.
Can I see if there's a cipher in the book?
Cipher in the book? From what you can tell, no cipher.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Very well. So as this is sort of happening, oh boy, time for damage. Time for damage. Here's what begins to happen. You look over and you begin to notice as each and every, or as Tony is like, they're literally just gonna sort of, they're gonna just kind of sit on top of this little bone thing and just start scribbling madly into their book. But as this happens, you notice as each of your marks upon your hands begin to start shining and glowing. For Pyre, the white mark upon yours begins to shine. For Anth, the red triangle begins to glow. For Thorin, the purple mark begins to almost pulsate for a moment, and then shine. For Yahato, the blue swirls upon your hand begin to shine blue. And for Graz, yours begins to start almost, not necessarily shining, but begins to start sort of enveloping in this sort of smoky nature. For Ulf, the black dot, or the black serpent amongst your hand begins to start writhing in shadows, and the golden dot begins to shine brightly with a divine radiance. For Zappy, you know, it's just a little bit of orange light shows up below his paw, but that's about it. As this all begins to occur, you all hear a voice into your heads simultaneously as they begin to speak. Oh boy. Here we go with this. Well, hello there, flesh bags. I hope you've absolutely hated your stay in Voden so far. Now, for those who don't know me, the individuals such as Yahato, Oath, and even you little MIA bastards Thord and Anthrax. My name is The Voice. Pleasure to meet you. I don't really care to for introductions, though. Anyways, I am an orator, a speaker, and an orchestrator of chaos. Your friends have, how you say, they've met me before. I'm sure they can introduce you to the realm and everything. Besides that, anyways, before I digress. Now, just to sort of inform you on the sort of occurrences in this hellhole known as the Asia Tiger, I could go about this and just sort of let you go around and start sort of stringing along and getting yourselves killed by not having the proper information and not telling you of our little friend's arrival to the family barbecue. But where would the fun be in that? You're unarmed, you're unprepared, and you'll just die. No. I prefer to let your deaths be nice and slow. So, anywho, let me explain. Upon next moonrise, that's one day for you dumbasses, then my corruptive friends will join forces and launch an assault on you all. I advise that you use this time to prepare, and please make a show out of this. Ta-ta! Oh my! That is quite a return of events. You marked ones may want to check your messages. The drama is getting to me now. Farewell, soulbound. Farewell. And as soon as they say this, you receive the messages. You look over as you all gauge whether each and every single one of you heard this voice enter into your heads. You look around and you see as some individuals are kind of confused for a moment, but two individuals are just staring there, not saying a word, not moving, nothing. With that being said, what do you all say and do, friends?
What the
Can I
fuck
go
was
first?
that?
Go ahead, Sammy.
So, as Graz hears the message, her breathing starts to get really fast and kind of panicked, and her hands fly to her chest, and she starts breathing hard, labored breaths, and her body is shaking, and her face starts getting all screwed up, and she takes just these huge gasping breaths and almost looks like she's going to throw up, and she falls to her knees, and tears start streaming down her face, and you can barely hear the words through what she's saying because she's crying so hard. But she says, no. She can't. She can't be. She can't. I tried to warn her. I couldn't. She can't. And then she just up and runs into the fucking woods.
As soon as this happens, what is everybody doing? As you see, as Graz is just about to take off. Anybody stopping her?
Guys,
Behind.
Fire's
yeah,
taking off
same.
behind her. Yato's taking off. All right, you rush after her. Thor and Anth, what are you three doing?
I'm walking up to Thorin first.
Okay. You're walking
I'm
up to
staring
Thor?
into distance, wondering what the fuck is going on.
All right. So, all for you just doing that. Thorn's wondering what's going on. Anth, what were you trying to do?
And trust that they can, well, get Cross to return and handle that situation, and we will learn what really happened. And
Oh, you're about to learn. I walked up to Thorn with a purpose.
I assume, but it's just, I assume everyone heard, well, the voice, as it seemed like everyone's marks were reacting. Am I correct?
Yes.
Oh, I heard.
Oh. Is everything okay with what?
No.
I don't think so. I believe we just received news that we will be under attack fairly soon, and we need to prepare for some battle. I'm not sure if this Triaxle person is coming with those invaders, but yeah, if you have anything that we can start helping you with, I think we should get you it fairly soon.
Olaf is just gonna turn and look at Tony. He's right, we're under attack. However, I can't tell you how I know, but I know one of the Valkyries has been slain. It seems that Spike is no longer a part of this. We have multiple things to do. It seems that I'm gonna need that shield well faster than originally planned. He's gonna turn around and he's gonna look at the skeleton behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Does that skeleton actually have a shield on him?
Let me check, make sure. I don't think he does, but I'll make sure.
I'm just asking only because of the image.
No, he does not.
Okay. Even if you can't make this one, if you have another one, I would like it as soon as possible. We'll help you, but you have to help us in return.
Persuasion check, Ulf. $28, goddamn. I believe so. That would be optimal. Very well. I trust that you will make this up to me. We'll see as Tony will begin to ask for your shield for just a moment. And you'll see as they are going to begin to take off the likes of their necklace and begin to place it down onto the shield itself. You see as a bit of their arms begin to slowly start almost thinning for a brief moment until you see almost nothing but bone for just a brief moment in time. You see as their eyes begin to shine and the mark upon their sort of forehead begins to start glowing for a moment. As they begin to do so, they sort of scream out a little bit in pain. Oh, fuck. Damn you. With that, you'll see as they will use a 3rd level spell slot. Wait, is it 3rd level or 4th level? 3rd level. And they will need to make their Constitution saving throw. Actually, not Constitution saving throw. Oh, God.
I would actually, if I would have handed her, I would have been standing next to her for this, right?
Yeah, that's fair. It's not a saving throw, I got that wrong. It was a D100.
That's fine.
So as they begin to do so, you'll see as she begins to take the likes of the sort of aspect of the shield, and you'll notice that she begins to take one hand, begins to almost pull them, with all of the strength that she can muster for a moment, separating and splitting them into 2 halves. You see as they were not able to do it with their own strength, but these 2 strange, devilish hands begin to wash over theirs and begin to split the shield in 2. As soon as this begins to occur, you notice as the 2 halves, those separated, they begin to slowly start manifesting in shadow to form 2 more holes. And what was once just a simple shield now resides 2. Fuck. It's very dangerous replication magic, but I trust that this is for good meaning and good reason. You'll see as
Very good meaning.
you'll see as a bit of their coloring to their arm begins to slowly return, and they begin to grow, or not grow, but gain more and more of their flesh. It's no longer just simple bone there anymore. But they will hand you both shields, and they will begin to start breathing heavily for a moment before trying to compose themselves.
I do appreciate it. Did she actually, or did he actually take any damage?
No, they did not.
Alright. I greatly appreciate it, and this may be the difference between us being able to help you and not. Small acts like this will go much longer than, or much farther than you could ever imagine. He's gonna take both shields.
Alright. Keep in mind, I think we already talked about it. The shields don't give you 2 benefits, you just have 2 shields.
Out of game, I don't plan on keeping it. I plan on giving it to Grouse.
No. Alrighty.
And then I'm going to return to Thorin, and it is up to you whether or not you want me to do this, or if you want to go to the other person, or the other group.
I think you'd probably have to explain the context of it to Bimroth for him to make a decision.
Oh, 100. No. I'm just saying, as far as you go, if you wanted to move to the other party who took off into the woods, before we come back to this, since I did something.
I gotcha. How long do you think this was gonna take? I don't think it was gonna take.
Well, that
long.
really depends on Bimroth.
Depends on Thorin.
It depends on Thorin.
I think we can.
Alright, we'll just do it. We'll just do
I
it.
think we'll tackle
We talked about
this scene first. I don't think it should take that long, if I remember what it is.
So he's gonna come back over to Thorin. I meant when I said that I was here to keep you all alive.
To keep myself alive.
Yes, very well and good, but sometimes others are instructed to keep you protected as well.
Why? What's the reason?
It's the goodest question of any, but I think I may have an answer. And if I have the answer, I need you to actually trust me. And I've not asked for your trust ever before. What do you need to trust me?
I don't even know you.
I'm fully aware.
Why would I trust you then?
Because I can tell you with 100% certainty that I will do everything I can to keep you alive, whether you want it or not. He's dead serious, straight eyes at you.
That's just weird. Why would you put yourself at risk to protect anyone you barely know? That makes no sense.
So, out of game, I have a question. Did what I'm just gonna call it the evil Thorin and the good Thorin, right? Do they share memories together?
Yeah.
All right. So you remember when you came looking for me when I was in the time, and I told you that I had a message from my own god?
Oh, that was also the night Thorin doing that. Anyway, that's why he was basically mocking you for doing it.
Sure. Well, whether or not you believe in my god or not, he wants me to keep you alive.
I mean, the belief has nothing to do with it. I just dislike him a lot, like any other god.
Sure. Like my god or not, matters little to me. What does matter to me is I will follow what he has asked for me. And he's asked for me to keep you alive. He's asked for me to keep you protected. I do think you are being targeted. And I'm going to look down at his hands. And I think it's because of that.
Looks at his hand. What do you mean?
As he looks at the purple mark. I believe you're being targeted for that mark. So, Thorin, how much do you care for that mark?
I don't care about the mark. I don't even want it.
Good. And he's going to reach out his hand.
What?
And let me take it. Whatever damage you...
Free of it.
What's up?
That means I'll be... Take it, as in completely get rid of it out of my hand.
If you allow it.
All right.
I'm gonna take his hand.
All right. Which hand? Which mark do you replace it with? Ulf, the gold one or the darkened one?
I'll give him the dark one, seeing as this is edgy Thorin.
All right. As you begin to reach out a hand to shake it of Thorin's, you see as you begin to clasp for a second, and you notice as immediately upon the marks pressing one another, your hands begin to form in an astral light more and more as it begins to start consuming, corrupting each and every single one of you. Ulf and Thorn, make your highest saving throws that you have. You also get the benefit from Ulf because he is a paladin. Charisma saving throw 23, good stuff. That's going to be added for 4, so 27.
Yay.
22, hell yeah, 22 and a 27, you guys are good. But you don't lose any memories, but you do suffer the astral damage. Alright, 3d6 plus 5. Alright, both of you take 16 points of astral damage if you guys want to adjust your tokens while I describe this. As this begins to happen, you look over and you see as a sort of dark serpent, almost shadowy in nature, begins to start writhing around Ulf. You see as he begins to look down and then past Thorin before looking up to something, some individual behind him. Thorin, as you look over, there isn't really any individual there. You see nothing really behind you. No dragon or individual of kind of even serpentine or reptilian nature. Nothing. No, just an astral light, dust sort of scattered about like a sort of cosmic explosion behind Thorin. You see as that bit of sort of chaotic cosmic energy begins to form, it shifts all around both of you before slowly stabilizing itself behind Ulf. Ulf, you'd notice as this sort of darkened shadow serpent begins to writhe and wrap itself around Thorin, its new host for the time being. With that, connection is severed, but the marks have changed. As the sort of visages of the draconic sages begin to form and dissipate, you notice on your hand, Ulf, as there's now a purple square and a golden serpent. Thorn, on yours, there just seems to be the shadowy Auroraverse serpent and nothing more.
Just gonna look at it and just, what the fuck? I thought you said it will be gone, not replaced.
It is gone. And you
I
are
meant the
no,
whole
and I
thing.
fully believe you no longer to be the target.
I meant the whole thing gone, not just replaced.
One day, we can find a
Same
way.
shit, still same market, still same mark.
One day we will find a way. But let that be a reminder that I will protect you.
That being said, Ulf, do you heal both of yourselves back up?
So I was actually thinking about that. I have a plan for something else, but it takes 10 minutes when I finally get there.
Is it prayer of healing?
It would be a prayer of healing. But very specifically, Thorin, as you have taken damage in trusting me, will you trust me one more time? And that I will heal you as soon as I get back.
I'm done with your half-truths.
Oh, it's not a half-truth. I will heal you to your fullest. Or I
It's
can heal you
fine.
now if you don't trust me. It's up to you, Thorin.
Stay silent, looks into the distance, and moves away.
I'll turn and look at Ant. Ant,
If you really want him to trust, just go ahead. I can take care of your wounds.
you take care of his. I have something that is extremely important. I'll explain when I get back.
That's fine by me. And he goes to Thorin.
And I will follow the footsteps in the snow to figure out exactly where they've gone, whistling for Zappy to come along with me.
All right. As you begin to do so, return over towards the other individuals. So, Yahato, Pyre, and Groswarl. All right, here's what I need from you. So, Gros, actually, you don't need to roll. Yahato and Pyre, both of you make survival checks. This is for you when you're going through the legs of the forest trying to chase after Gros as he just takes off in any random direction, just running. This is to see if you can keep up with her. 18, 13, not bad. At this point, Pyre, you begin to sort of fall behind a little bit. You're not necessarily being the most athletic person or fit for, physical labor or combat or anything like that. As you're sort of trudging a little bit behind, you're sort of losing sight of Gros and having to follow the likes of Yahato for the time being. Yahato, you look for the likes of Gros for a brief moment in time before she does vanish for a moment, and you're only left with her tracks. You look over and her tracks are pretty distinct and easy to tell that they're hers considering their bear claws. But that being said, you wait for Pyre to sort of catch up.
So I was reminded that I still have the capability to fly.
Well, it's like a hover sort of deal, but yeah. Well, I mean, you can still you could like fly or whatever, but it's not like super. It's like not a permanent thing. It's like only for a couple of seconds,
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So if you want to fly up, get to the top of a tree, look around, then you can do that easily.
Yeah, that's kind of like as I'm falling behind, like to see if I can make a shortcut to keep up with Yahato in that kind of thing. Because I'm not going to keep up with him because I'm a weak wizard boy.
Yeah. So you kind of I'll say this for a little bit of flavor. Yahato, you begin you correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Yahato, I'd assume you'd be looking for the tracks, trying to see exactly where she led. Pyre, you may fly up a little bit, using your sort of ash or the remnants of your fire genasi heritage, just trying to use these sort of kind of like jet engines coming out of your hands for a moment, flying up to a tree and then searching from the high ground. Is that correct?
It was something to do with what happened on the mountain, so I think it was from the mana crystals.
Yeah, it was wild magic. You can cast. You basically are in the effect of fly spell for 10 days.
Oh, are you talking about that thing? Okay.
Yeah, that thing.
Never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah,
then.
because I lost the fire genasi ability.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't 100% sure. All right, so retcon all that. You can just basically take off a little bit. As you kind of do, you'll see as bits of magical fairy and fade dust begins to fall down to the ground, but same sort of thing occurs. While you two are doing that, while you two are doing that, we look over towards Groswarl. All right, let me go switch over to this map. You guys aren't here. Whoop. Activate. What the heck? Oh, what are you guys doing here? I said you're not here. Fuck off. Alright, there you go. So, Graz, as you begin to sort of rush off into the woods, you find a little small clearing. Not much of anything around. It's just a giant sort of endless expanse of nothingness. It's a simple rock off to the side. Massive trees sort of covering almost the sky and more. Look around and what do you do? What do you say?
Graz is rage crying and she is just going to slash the fuck out of anything that can be broken in this clearing.
As you do, You begin to just take the likes of your axe, take any weapon that you possibly can, even your claws, and you just start slashing at nearby trees. You slash towards the bushes as bits of wildlife begins to drop down. You slash towards the branches as almost you even notice as with each sort of swing and strike, you notice as the tree is having less and less stability before eventually it sort of, trudges down, falling off into the side and crashing. As soon as you, Yahato and Pyre would see this, noticing a tree fall off in the distance, you know exactly where Auroraverse is. As this is sort of happening, Roz, you begin to go to the next tree, the next bush, just slashing, going at it. Make a perception check with disadvantage. One more time. Hmm.
17 is lower.
Yeah. As this is sort of happening, you begin to look over off to the side. You're just sort of taking the axe towards the next tree, and you see something in the distance. See a bit of blue lights and more. See a couple of feathers for a brief moment. You see a strange sort of owl off to the side, sort of perched into a tree. You see as said owl begins to sort of flap its wings and begins to sort of form over on towards one of the branches that you were sort of swinging at for a brief moment. As this sort of happening, you see as said owl just sort of looks at you and just ponders and watches. What do you do, girls? Or do you continue swinging?
He looks up at it for a second, kind of. She didn't really feel. She was so overwhelmed before, and to have something else be there, even though it's an owl, would kind of make her pause a little bit and look back at it and see if it does anything.
You see as it looks towards you, this staring down upon this sort of, how you say, just kind of emotional, all the emotions sort of running high, just not even knowing what to do with themselves at the moment. Bearkin, as they stare down upon them, they're just observing for a moment, but you'll notice as something's not normal about this owl. You'd see as, for a moment, their eyes begin to just shine a little bit of blue for a moment. And you notice as it begins to sort of frost over on the edges of their sort of eyes.
What would that jog my memory for?
You know what
anything?
it is. You know what it is. Unless you don't, and then I can remind you.
If you could remind me, that would be great.
Gotcha. As this is sort of happening, you'll see as... I gotcha. You'll see as the owl will begin to look at you for a moment and begins to just slowly sort of dissipate into a bit of snow. You notice as it just kind of vanishes. It doesn't fly off or anything. Just as the snow is falling, you notice as its entire form begins to slowly decay, as if it was like a snowman kind of melting off to the side. You look over, and as you're getting ready to swing, you see as you reel back, getting ready to unleash the axe into the tree, something stops you. You look over and you see an astral hand grabbing at yours.
I immediately whip around and see who the fuck that is.
Well, as you turn around, they don't really need much of an introduction. You see this woman. You look over, and you see as she grabs the likes of the axe, it begins to sort of look directly towards you, seeing in sort of this sort of broken state. She doesn't say a word. She doesn't need to, and she just pulls you into a big hug. As this begins to happen, the tears begin to start falling down amongst you, Groswaro. And as this is sort of occurring, Yahito, Pyre, as you sort of walk over, you see as you're going through the sort of tree lines, you look and see as there is a sort of one-winged angel with a wing wrapped around Graz, embracing her at the moment, as you two appear off right about right here. About right here. You look over, and you see this sort of occurring. What do you do?
Who the hell? Hey, Pyre, any idea who that person might be?
Out of character, this is essentially the leader of the Valkyries, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Pyre kind of turns to Yato, I think we should wait here for a second. Graz is having a meeting, I guess you could say, with the leader of her, is it like faction? No, it's not faction, but the leader of her duties as a Valkyrie.
So she's safe?
Best place she could be.
Alright then, I guess we're waiting.
That being said, if you guys are waiting, then you look over towards them, and as they begin to retract from the hug, getting a better idea of what they look like, Yato perception check, Pyre perception check. This is with sight.
Okay. Advantage, right?
Yes. And it is alt for advantage. The disadvantage, but I got you.
I did. Oh fuck. Fuck. Never mind.
14 plus 3, so 17.
Plus control.
You got the roll 20 configuration right there. So 17 and 11. Yeah, that's good enough. So looking at this individual, you see as she stands taller than most, not necessarily like a normal humanoid. They seem clearly to be of another echelon, another being of powerful nature, probably a divine of some sort, as you guys have met plenty at this point. You see as she stands there with the massive sort of axe that is slowly sort of tainted by the corruption, a streak down her face, more and more of an astral light, as well as an entire arm coursed with the cosmos itself. She seems to have Vulcan armor and sort of aesthetic and design, and long white hair that begins to freeze over, and blue tips or highlights. You see as she begins to unfurl the one wing and begins to look over towards you, Graz. She'll begin to just speak and say, now hopefully voice mod works, or if it decides to get messed up, then I'll just screw the voice, but she'll say this. Nope, doesn't want to work. Screw you, voice mod. Oh well.
Sad.
Sag.
Hey, Sensei.
One more time.
Can I take out my book and start sketching this individual?
Yes, you can. Haha, it did work. It just wanted to lie to me. Roswawarol. Come. Sit with me. You'll see as she begins to take a seat, on the sort of massive sort of rock, leaving space for you. As she leans kind of against it, she'll kind of like again sort of place a hand amongst your shoulder and then look over and say, "Oh God, I take it that you have heard then. I want you to know that I am here for you."
What are we going to do? You needed 3 of us. You needed 3 of us. And Myra, Falia, I didn't know if that would work. But I thought Rayla is so strong and so powerful. Surely she counts for 2 Valkyries, right? Surely she does. And if I can be half as strong as her, then maybe we could do it. Maybe we could save you and end all of this. But now there's just me. And you said that you needed 3. What are we going to do?
This is true. I did need 3. But even though I needed 3 at the time, and you'll see as she begins to sort of stop and pause for a moment, trying to think, trying to wonder, and just sort of staring at, again, a heartbroken friend. Look, you have to trust me. Things will be okay. Things will work out in the end. You have trusted me before, have you not?
Always.
And trust in me now, even though as hard as it may be. You'll think of something. But we don't need to worry about that for the time being. Look, you were there for me when I lost Elowen, and I will be here for you. Could I share something with you?
Hers.
Sensei, before that, can me and Pyre hear what she's saying?
Perception check with hearing, so there's just normal perception check.
Okay, no advantage.
Nope. 5. You hear bits and pieces. 15. Pyre, you hear a majority of it, pretty much. But, Yato, you do hear the word Elowen. You do hear that, at least. So, something is mentioned over there about Elowen.
Yeah, how close, like, would he need to be to hear a bit more?
If you want to, like, not make yourself known, then you can always stealth and try to get a little bit closer to maybe, like, here, kind of in the bushes, or over here at the least, maybe? You see where I'm pinging?
Nope.
I got you.
Not showing my screen.
Like, over here would be, maybe good. Over here would probably be best, but you need to stealth over to not draw attention.
Yeah, the thing is that I have disadvantage on stealth, and I wouldn't think he would wanna not be seen. I'd say he'll just walk slowly forward, like around here somewhere. Like, but maybe around here.
I would probably stop you from going any further than there. Just like, they need space.
As this is sort of happening, we'll see as Natalia begins to speak once more. Long ago, long ago, when, well, I guess I never really told you, I always sort of hinted at it, but when that woman that I mentioned before, that I requested that you find in the underworld, when she had perished in the likes of battle, Elowen, her name, when she had fell, it affected me tremendously. It drove me wild. I felt like a husk, but not even a reason to live. But I knew that I had to do something. I could not simply just throw my life away, die there and now. Not then, not ever. Me and Elowind and the other Valkyries, we mourned for her loss, our loss, but we knew of our goals, knew of our duties, and what came with it. When we signed up, we knew that it was a dangerous task, but that didn't make it any easier, that is for sure. Regardless, the tasks needed to be finished. The task could never get done if all of us perished, or if all of us refused to do what needed to be done. I may no longer have Elowen. We may no longer have 3 Valkyries, but we still must save these lands. We still must let the Valkyries rise to save these lands. For if we do not, and no one else does, then our task will be finished and it would be all for nothing. I mourn Elowen, I do, every single day. But I use her passing as a motivating factor to do what's right in her name. I stop at nothing until her mission is complete, till the end of my endless days. Whether I'm forgotten or I'm corrupted, I'll do her proud. Roswarol, Spike, Rayla of the Bone Feather tribe wants you to do the same. She wants you to stand strong, even in times of strife. If there's anyone who could be able to save these lands, I know, she knows, we all know, that it must be you. It may not be easy to figure this out, but we do not stand alone. We must stand together to fight back this darkness. We will think of something, I promise you.
Keep fighting. I'll keep fighting, and you just tell me what to do. And I'll do it. Graz is gonna go in for another hug.
With that, you'll see as she begins to embrace you once more. She looks over, or Vitalia would look over towards her entire corrupted arm, and then look over eventually towards this sort of marking upon you, the cloak of stars and more. As she begins to do so, she sort of grimaces for a moment, but she knows what must be done. She knows what must be done. Look. Roswara, you have allies. You have people, friends. You must stand together with them. Now, the tasks that you seek to face, you go to the underworld, the hells. No matter what you find, no matter who you face, you stand tall, you stand strong, and you fight to the very end. Fight to protect, fight to serve, and you fight to save. Lead these individuals, inspire them by standing strong in times of strife. I believe in you, or you would not be my champion if I did not. They are nearby. Now I can only stand or stay here for so long. But remember my words and fly, young Valkyrie. Fly. And with that, you'll see as Vitalia begins to slowly start dissipating in kind of astral light. As she begins to do so, she turns your attention towards the likes of the snow for just a moment. And as she sort of stands behind you for a moment, you not necessarily paying attention towards her, but Vitalia is going to turn around and gaze towards the likes of Pyre and Yahito. And as she begins to do so, she looks over at Pyre, curious, but then looks over at Yahito before freezing for a moment. And then she questions, walking towards you, and says, Yahi? Before she begins to crack over into an astral light and freezes over before crumpling down into the snow. And with that, she fades.
You want to tell us there, Pedro?
Dun dun dun!
Oh boy.
So, out of character real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Is that planned to have Yato here? Question.
I mean, anyone could have joined you going after Grog.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, Fire, I have no clue what the fuck is
Welcome to
happening.
the amnesiac background. Nothing makes
Yeah.
goddamn sense until it does.
Just had to ask. Like, you know, I wasn't gonna wait until after session. I had to ask now. Be like, hey, was that planned?
Oh, man.
I was not expecting to see Vitalia at the session.
Oh boy. That being said,
Rod's
Roz,
here
you
for
be-
say Yahi.
Yep. That's about
No!
Cool.
That's right, Roz. You have your own nickname for Yahito.
No!
I wonder who started the nicknaming thing. Teehee.
Oh
I wonder where he got it from. Teehee. God damn.
Oh.
Alright, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna get water.
He gets back. I want to know whether or not during that conversation you guys kind of standing there, if I would have had enough time to catch up.
I think it's if you could successfully track. I don't know. I think it's a.
Well,
sensei question.
between me and Zappy, I hope Zappy could at least smell you guys. I'm sure he could smell Pyre from a mile away.
Yeah.
And our
Daffy
footsteps
doesn't have the
probably.
attention span.
Ah, god damn it. God fucking damn it.
You're welcome.
As we're just standing there, Pyre just kind of waves.
All
Hi.
right.
Totally, we're there the whole time.
Sensei, I have a question for. I don't know if you heard me.
I heard you. Nah, you'd be like on the horizon, like you'd be getting there very, very shortly,
That's
but
fine.
they'd still have a time to talk amongst themselves. So, Pyre, Yahato, Graz, y'all witness one another. What do you say or do?
So we just start to approach Graz?
Slowly, just walk.
Doesn't look ragey anymore.
That's more than what Pyre was worried about.
Put the weapons away.
Put the tree away.
Has a whole tree in her goddamn arsenal.
Fucking Kratos looking guy.
Okay, Sensei, I have a question.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
Vitalia
Yes.
called him Yahi.
Yes.
Graz hung out with Vitalia
Yes.
pretty often a
Pretty
while
often.
ago. With
Oh,
this
shit.
new piece of information, is there a way that Graz could think back and see if little Yahi here is in any of her memories of hanging out with Vitalia?
Make a history check.
Oh no.
This time.
Oh, maybe not. I only have a nope.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage. But I can't.
Before
I
you
can't
roll there, can I use my my portent on this?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, Graz, you rolled a base 18.
Oh shit.
Oh.
She
And
rolled
an 18 on top of
anyway.
that. 36 history.
That's not
No.
how that
Ouch.
works.
Ouch.
So you rolled a
man.
total of 19.
Graz, I think Graz already got inspiration, so who do you want to give your other inspiration to?
I will give it to.
Yahi?
I will kill you.
I had to
I'm not gonna lie,
had
this
to
is
torture
kind of
Graz
that
some
like,
way.
Laurel and Yacht.
I like it. You're not torturing me, I like.
I know, but I had to do this to you, buddy. I really did.
Fills my heart with joy. My heart that was previously full of sadness and still is now has just a little bit of happiness.
Hell yeah, we did our job, boys. We did our job.
I needed that. I really needed
But who are
that.
you giving it to?
I'm gonna give it to Pyre since he has been looking at notes and stuff, and that might be helpful for that.
All right. So, 18 or total of 19 actually. You did. Question: are you probably gonna tell him?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
All right. Here we go. I was just asking if I need to like. Okay, we gotta go to the secret channel, or you know. or
Oh,
something like
no,
that.
no.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. So, Graz, you don't remember too much, but you did hear Vitalia talk about every now and again when it came to like your training and all that sort of stuff of like, yeah, she would have to sort of, or she would mention that this one little troublesome youth, troublesome, I use that lightly, would often get into a couple of shenanigans and all that stuff, and she would have to show a little bit of discipline when it came to battle, as she was training some individuals for fighting. She would often say, oh, well, you have the or you fight with confidence like young Yahi or little Yahi or something like that. And she would mention this individual occasionally and all that stuff, but mainly whenever it came to sort of training and all that stuff. She was very, very reserved with her sort of personal life, as it had, as much as she wanted to, you knew there was some baggage there, and you didn't try to like question too much of it unless you wanted to mention it. But yeah, you know that much at least.
Okay. Would it have
Oh, did I lag out? Oh, team. Oh no, I think Discord crashed. Oh no. Give me 1 second, y'all. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's disconnect. RTC connecting. Hey, chat. Can y'all hear me right now? Or did Discord crash? I think it's just Discord, right? What the hell? Let me know in chat if you guys can hear me, though. 5x5? What does that mean? Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. So sounds good here, or sounds good? Yeah. What the hell? Why can't I can't connect back to the Discord? It's like saying it's stuck on RTC connecting. Yeah, Discord crapped itself. Let me restart Discord and see what happens. Question on everybody's end. Did Discord break for everybody, or is it just me? Make a call with all 7 people. Might be just the server, maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna try to reconnect again. Oh, there we go. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, welcome back.
I don't know what happened. Discord was just like, no, you can't play. What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah, it did it up. Dread. I just saw your message in Discord chat.
Oh man. Wait, all right. What were you saying?
Spoken like a true father, right?
Oh yeah.
So, Cross,
Oh yeah.
I
The
have
draw. I
fan
need you
art
to
in
draw
mind.
that. I'm sorry.
I have, yeah. It's happening.
so my question was,
I'm kidding.
would Graz have been able to know if, like, when Vitalia talked about little Yahi, if it sounded more of like a familial, like, friendship outside of work thing, or if it was like, I train little spitball, little mischief makers?
Yeah, it was the first one.
Okay, cool.
Which I was like, fuck. My theory's right. Fuck.
Coincidence, you happen to be in this group. That's really strange.
Wow.
Funny how that works, right?
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah.
But you'll have to ask her more about that later. Cause she's dead. Anywho's, what would you guys like to say or do?
Take that screwdriver and plunge it even further, bud.
You're welcome.
Twisted 90 degrees.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're just gonna kind of sit there and not know what to do, and just be like the awkward little kid that's just like, and just kind of sitting there like, I don't know what to do with this. At that point.
Yahato just, he's confused at first, but he look at Graz concerned, genuinely, and he'll ask like, what happened? Are you good? Like, is there anything you want to share?
Well, how much of that did you guys hear?
Probably pretty much all of it. Yeah, so like bits and pieces. Something about Valkyrie, something about Elowen, something about Yahi, you know.
Fire rips out the drawing, goes, we've been here long enough for me to draw this, and he hands you a picture of her.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, she's gonna start crying again.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh god, I just thought of something that's fucked.
Oh no.
Are you gonna share?
I will. I need a rendition of this from either Finn or Madra or someone, goddammit, and I need it now. You'll see it in a minute.
Now. Start drawing mid-session. Alright, what do we need?
Are we waiting for you to pull something?
No,
up, or
you
should
can.
we-
It's gonna
Okay.
be a second.
Yeah, but it's probably like really like not like full detail, but like, you know, the rough sketch of stuff, like what you would see like like an artificer do sort of scenario.
I'm sure it's beautiful. Graz will look at it and reach out and kind of gently take it and like hold it close to her. And she's still has like tear tracks all in her fur. Like she is not looking good right now, but she's not sobbing anymore, so that's good. And she'll kind of hold the drawing close and she'll say,
Also,
"You."
I'd imagine the drawing would look very similar to this with two people changed. Oh
That's
god.
exactly what I was thinking when you said hugging.
Oh god. I need
Oh.
another rendition of this in Graz.
Oh,
God damn
okay,
it.
I remember. Yeah.
Oh god. All right. Anyways.
So she looks at Pyre and Yahato and says, "You both know that I'm a Valkyrie, and my original goal to free Vitalia required 3 Valkyries. It required me and Valia / Myra and Rayla, who is not here anymore. And I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But Vitalia told me that I need to keep going. And so I will. But Yahato, she how she knows you. Do you remember her?
Nope. No fucking clue.
She used to talk about you. And you don't remember at all.
Nothing.
2 seconds, Shred.
Okay. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure everything out later. We'll keep going. We'll keep going.
And around this point, Ulf, you begin to emerge with the likes of Zappy out of the snow or out of the tree lines and more around here. You look over and you see as Pyre, Yato, and Graz are sort of talking amongst each other.
As you kind of tell off of that Graz, Pyre's just gonna be like, "Hey, we're all here for the same reason, right? We'll figure out a way."
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. As much as I want to tell you to go take a break, some alone time, get better, we might unfortunately be in a hurry. And I guess all of us heard whatever the hell that voice thing said. So, Graz, I will ask you, are you able to fight?
Yes.
Are you sure?
What I'm feeling will help me fight.
Right, that's good.
We told how it happened, like when you received that message, Ulf and Graz were like, did you know what happened, or was it just, hey, FYI?
They never explained how they know.
Okay.
But you can ask Ulf now. As you see as Zappy is kind of just trudging along, sniffing a little bit. He's sort of sniffing a little bit, and looks up to see everybody.
Fine. Yeah, I was gonna walk up while I'm doing it. in preparation, knowing what I'm gonna do. I'm kind of like, I kind of have one the hand with the purple mark. I wouldn't exactly say like kind of nonchalantly hidden. Let's just put it that way, right?
Mhm.
Like I'm not announcing that I have this mark. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna basically heal myself for 10 in preparation, knowing I'm just kind of like thinking back there. Alpha is just kind of thinking back to himself right now, like this is gonna fucking hurt.
All right, as you heal yourself up for 10, you can adjust your token.
Yep, already did.
Dope.
I'm gonna come and join them, and just kind of look over to Graz and look over at the other two. I don't believe that I have to say anything at this point. I think you know already, as fast as you took off.
I caught a little bit of what Vitalia was saying. What exactly happened?
It seems he's gonna kind of like lean over, like trying to be nice, like not just announce it, like just be like, "Hey, this is what happened," right, in front of Graz, but just kind of so kind of lean in a little bit, get a little bit quieter. It seems that well, it seems that Navarro may have betrayed us and killed Spike.
I just goes quiet.
If you don't mind, I would like to speak with you, Aurora. He's gonna turn. He's gonna look at Yahato and Pyre.
Yeah.
Yahato's just look at you and be like, yeah, sure, just don't fuck it up.
Fire kind of comes over here and just sits down and just starts madly like scribbling in his book.
I'm gonna take the I'm guessing Zappy still probably has the stick or the bone.
He's kind of like, he grabbed the bone and kind of just drops it down towards Graz.
I'm gonna take the bone and just kind of like chuck it towards Pyre and them. Why don't you go play with them for now?
He was kind of like resting on Graz's foot, sees the bone. Boom, it's gone.
Pyre will pick up the bone with Mage Hand and like have Zappy chase it.
Alright, he's gonna be just sort of running around, just trying to grab and bite the hand and the entire bone. While he's doing that.
So Ulf is gonna kind of just walk over to or just kind of stand with Graz for a little bit. You know that I meant what I said when I said I would do anything to keep you all alive. If you ever need my help, hope you know that I will be there for you. And you were the first one to help me after falling out of a damned crystal, alone in a frozen world. And for that, I have to thank you. However, I think you know why this happened. I can't understand the burden you're under. I can understand the burden of loss. Seems that losses happen to all of us at this point. Just gonna kind of give Graz this look like, I have an idea. You have an idea? So at this point, I'm just kind of looking at Graz to see kind of her reaction to that statement.
I do trust that you are fighting with us and that you would do many things in order to help us. What is your idea?
Allow me the honor of using the power of light that was bestowed onto me to help to try to heal your pain. I don't care if you believe in Jormungandr or Dindar, whatever you want to call him. I don't care that you don't believe the same way that I do. The same way that Spike did. But that doesn't matter. Believe what you want. But know that you can believe in me at least. Allow me to save you from whatever trouble you are in, as he looks down at Graz's mark. And in the process, let me give you a reminder of Spike so that you can reflect on it whenever you need.
You do know.
I have a feeling. I can't explain why. It's the same reason that... Well, it's the same reason that I know that Spike is no longer with us.
You know what this means. And she, like, deliberately, like, pulls out her mark. You said you mentioned a burden. Do you know what that is?
An idea. But there's only one way to make sure.
I trust you.
Then, even if you don't believe, let Jormungandr's light and Spike watch over you. And I'm gonna start reaching for that mark with the glowing serpentine hand. Symbol of Dindar and Spike's light. And if she doesn't pull away, I'm gonna take it.
Sammy, check your DMs. Alright, hold on. I have time to drag you to Seeker's Chat, my friend Sammy. Come here. You're going on an adventure. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Also,
Alright.
I'm muting stream. I will be right back.
We're going on a trip and everything.
Alright. Taking this bot with me. Actually, wait, we don't need the bot because they can't hear it on stream. Never mind. Alright. Alright, be right back, guys. We back.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead, Gross.
We are going to retcon that last action of hers. She is going to look at Ulf very solemnly and say, I do trust you, and I trust that you would do whatever it took to complete our goal. I cannot give this to you.
I'm gonna try to insight that one.
What are you trying to discern from it? You can still insight. I'm just trying to.
She cannot.
Or she will not. Is that what you're trying to get at?
So Ulf believes at this point. I think it's kind of. I've at this point basically openly said it. Ulf believes at this point that at least one person has turned on somebody going for the purple mark, right? So this is the entire reason he's trying to do it. If he's trying to basically find out whether or not it's her choice or if it's something else's choice.
Gotcha. So yeah.
Because
same sort of thing.
the answer was cannot.
Yeah, make an insight check.
I don't think I have very good insight, but we're gonna try. Hey, I got proficiency in insight at least.
13. Hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Then
Well,
Ulf's just gonna
by
flat out
saying
ask. Oh, go ahead.
I can't give this to you. I am bound to it. But you and I both know the circumstances. And I need you to trust me now that we can figure this out. Nothing will come of this mark from me anytime soon. And you and I can figure something out. I answered honestly when you asked if I had any plans to hurt or kill anyone in this group, and I do not. I have no plans to do that. And I would like to keep it that way.
Ulf is going to open his hand. The one that I said I was kind of hiding earlier.
You'll see as Ulf has the purple square of thorns on his hand.
Then if I'm asking for you to trust me, then it's only right that I trust you, whether or not it's your choice or not. Let me, if I'm right on this, then let me be your target. Just know that if you can't control it anymore, I will take it whether you want it or not. I will save you from yourself if it comes down to it. I will trust you. But that, I can tell you, is a promise.
I'm glad for it. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Alright.
Not a character question.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that these two marks are targeting each other? Is it something that
You wouldn't know.
You don't
They
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of like. Wait a minute. Does the rest of the group have this inclination of it? Okay. Okay.
I have an idea. It's not even... Yeah.
Secrets! Secrets!
So
Fire's got his own
snow.
secrets, but so do we.
So
How's it
out
feel,
of
Fire?
out of yeah, he's taking those secrets to the grave, sir. He pissed off some people he doesn't want anyone to know about. Out of character. So Spike had the purple mark. Navro has the black mark.
Yeah, you remember that.
Okay. Okay.
Well, while that's all
Interesting.
happening, if you guys are done over here, let's return and make sure that we give everybody a chance if they're doing anything. Let's go back to the mill. Let's go see what Anth and Thorn are up to, if anything. All right. Oh, Thorn's. Wait. Wolf and Zappy aren't here. All right. So.
Imposters.
Thorn and Anth. Is there anything that you two were doing, talking to each other, whether doing anything that you needed while you're at the bone mill, waiting for the others to return?
I mean, after Ulf offered to heal Thorin and ran after him and tried to heal him instead to save the effort, and just tell Thorin that if you think that helping each other is, well, stupid by any means, just think of it as mutually beneficial surviving instead. So try to get along. I know it can be hard to imagine this coming from me, but I know that the secret of living a long life and being an asshole is to know when not to be one. So try and get along.
Easy said than done. When they just trick you.
Well, we can only wait and see where things go. But for now, it seems like we really need to come together and, well, survive. You heard the message, and that voice usually doesn't give out empty threats as far as we know. So...
I don't know, I heard that voice for the first time.
Oh, right. Right. Well, we've heard it before, and we did fight for our lives, and it wasn't exactly easy, so we should definitely get to doing whatever we can to defend ourselves, and put aside any differences that you may think that you have with someone for now.
You make valid points.
I often do. And, Tony.
Oh, yes, and you'll see she's just sort of scribbling again.
How exactly do you control these minions of yours? Are you directly doing it, or are you basically just keeping them around?
Well, I give them, after they have been raised or replicated, I give them commands, and they await every single one of mine, but if they do not have a command, they just sort of stand idly, or go into a protective state, where if anything were to, or any harm were to come to me, they'd defend me. How I control them, well, I enact the will of my father upon all of them. His power is enough to be able to control them. I am simply it's not necessarily an accurate term, but I am a vessel for his will. To at least unleash his power.
What is your father?
Well, that is a good question. Little bit of a dick. Powerful for sure. Dead, most definitely. Don't really know, to be honest. We got separated when we were young, so I would like to actually understand that myself.
I see.
That being said, you both mentioned that you were going to hell beforehand. Have you already, out of curiosity, have you... you mentioned you're saving a friend, but whenever you mention going to hell, you seem confident in your conviction. It doesn't really surprise you or shock you or anything. Are you all used to this or these sorts of events or adventures?
Yes.
Well, some of us more than others, but I would say it's not as much of being used to than being convinced that we should do so.
I see. I see. Well, hell is a interesting place from what I've researched and more, and even what I remember. This isn't really anything new to you, looking towards Ant, but there are 7 layers of hell, each for a certain sin, ruling over said domain, such as pride, envy, gluttony, lust, you name it. But
Can't get worse than here.
well, I'd probably agree with that. But if the... This is going to be very, very difficult. The darkness... There we go. If the darkness is sort of ramaging and rumming through whole of hell, then, I mean, who knows? Maybe it could end up turning into something even worse, and that cannot fly.
Yeah, I've witnessed the darkness going into hell, and I can say it's well on its way to being worse than this place, for sure. And that's also one of the reasons I think we should at least visit, to get the idea what's going on and how fast this thing can really destroy its surroundings. Didn't look good when I saw it.
I see. Yes. Definitely strange, but hopefully we'll be able to, or at least I'll be able to stop it beforehand. So, are you... tell me as much as you wish, and I honestly doubt I'll probably be able to get any answers out of any of you, but... So, you're going to hell for one person, like... What do you... Like, what, to say hello to Uncle Jimmy, or... Oh, what do you mean by that, if I could ask?
It may sound a little weird coming from me, because as I did say that we are going in there being convinced that we should, but I'm not actually all that sure about the person we are saving and for why we are, but the person who is telling me that we should go is someone I do trust. And it's, how would I say it? I believe if we don't go, there may not be much left to live on around here after, so I am willing to go for this trip.
Very well, very well. That may be your reason. But, what of your reasoning, Thorn? Do you trust this individual as well, or do you have other means of going?
Well, another one, I guess. I'd rather not get into it.
Very well, very well.
Fair.
Forgive me if this may come off rude. I am not necessarily sort of equipped for social situations. You lot are probably the most recent people I've ever actually talked to in a long while. Anywho, I'm talking too much. So the whole crystal things, they look magnificent, but I was just curious, is that like Did the starry ones do that, or did... Oh, shit, I did it again. The darkness, did they do that, or... is that something else? Or is that some sort of magical arcane spell that I do not know of yet?
What?
I'm referring to your crystal arms, I'm so sorry.
Oh, they just always been like this.
Like, born like that?
I guess.
Huh. Opens up book. Crystal arms don't know where the fuck they came from. Possibly gotten some stuff as an infant. Alright, well, that's quite interesting for sure. Anywho, alright, I think I have a couple of things or ideas that we could probably do to prepare. We'd best probably wait for the others to arrive, right?
Yeah, sure, I do agree.
Just by chance, do you said your name before, right, Anth?
Yeah.
Before, Anth, you mentioned that you were capable of inspiring individuals to do better. Have you ever been able to inspire individuals to, how you say...
Worse?
Yes.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, what did Ben say? I missed
Do
that.
worse.
Oh, I mean, if they are attempting to do bad things, then sure, but I mean, to take away from someone's ability of doing, I mean, I do have ways of taking away, say, specific actions or senses, I suppose, but not exactly generally making anyone do worse.
That might have to suffice. We might need a combination of your abilities and Groz. How the hell did you? Does she have a nickname or no?
Rosie.
Rosie.
Don't do that. It's as far as I've known, she's been she hasn't been too angry at me for calling her Bear Lady, but do not try to pronounce her name if you can't, or ask her how to do it and attempt so. But at least for now, she doesn't seem like doesn't seem to be in a state where she really cares to be treated that way. So
Okay.
I recommend you just call her Bear Lady if you have no idea how to say it.
Oh damn! I actually had a bunch of nicknames prepared for her, but I wasn't sure if that would be okay.
Yeah, don't.
You see, she holds out the book, and you see like G Bear. You see like Crosby Rozzy. He's like has a whole fucking, yeah, has a whole bunch of
Definitely not
nicknames.
that one.
It's like, okay.
G-Bear is a smart one. I like it.
And then you see as they're just crossing out names, like, okay, definitely not that, definitely not that. Okay, very well. I'm gonna have to goddamn go to school for this one.
You can try to warm her up for some of those names some other day.
Okay, very well. All right. That being said, yeah, let's just wait in the meantime for them to arrive. And that you'll see as... Oh boy. Nah. Alright, with that, you'll see as we'll return back over towards the individuals in the forest, wrapping up their stuff. Alright. So, Ulf and Gross, was there anything you two needed to say to each other, or are you guys good?
Other than well, anyway. Not how I planned for this to go, but he's gonna pull out the shield, and basically give her the shield. I figure if, well, combat experience says that you should have a way to be able to better defend yourself, and well, I've seen you fight a couple of times, and I believe that you could definitely use something towards like this. and let it be Otterbond, as they are matching shields. So, ha! You get a Viking shield.
Sick.
Yeah, because she needs more weapons.
I also
She
just got a
needs
longsword,
AC is what
so
she needs.
I need AC desperately.
You
Graz
can
has
say a
had the
shield
fuck-
is armor instead of a weapon.
Graz has had the most character development I've seen in freaking Soulbound is Graz Warrol's AC. That shit started at like 9, then went to
Yeah.
10, then 12, 16, now it's about to go to 18. God damn.
Yup.
Character development.
Oh man.
Graz will take the shield and say, "Thank you. We will figure this out. We're on the same side. We both want the same thing. We'll figure this out. We have a big fight coming up. We'll make it work. You don't have to worry about me."
So I'll trust her, but like he's not gonna say anything. But in the back of his mind, he's thinking, you know, I literally just made her harder to hit if she does attack me.
He does not look like she wants to attack you.
I didn't say that she's gonna want to. I just made her harder to hit if she does.
Call me Grazi Bear one more time. One more time.
Grazi Wazzy.
You're already dead. You're
already dead. He didn't even.
Oh
No, I
man.
wouldn't do that. I wouldn't
And
do
just like that, Ulf lost his other eye. Oh man. All right.
However, I will say this. I 100% will tell both Pyre and Yahato that there may come a time where Graz may actually try to attack Ulf. And if that happens, don't blame her.
So we know this.
So, do you tell us right in front of Graz, or?
No, that'll be on the trip back.
No.
That'll be
Makes
on the
sense.
trip back.
Pyre's gonna ask you, how do you know this and why?
All right, let's assume you guys are walking back then.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody else wants to do anything, I was just getting that out before. Before.
Yeah, no, Pyre's gonna grill you about how you know this and what do you mean by that?
Well, it's weird. I hear voices in my head sometimes, and well,
What do they say?
oh, that's how I knew that Spike was no longer with us, and even worse than that, that there's a belief, as it stands, that the black stars that Graz has on her hand are attacking those with the purple mark as he opens up his. And because of this, I may have just made myself the target, but it's better for me to be the target than Thorin, even if Thorin doesn't appreciate it any longer.
Interesting.
So you're telling me that the marks might not be friendly to each other.
Doesn't seem that way, at least. I can't say that this is all guaranteed information, but it's a theory, and if there was any possibility of that, I couldn't just let it happen.
So, do you know what your marks do?
I had no idea what my old ones did. And
And
frankly, I've never seen this one being used either.
we should really figure this out before we get to hell.
Well, I did ask you earlier.
That is.
Help me try to
That
figure
is-
this out. I do mean it. And with that, Zappy's still following us, right? Sensei?
That's it.
Oh, fuck, I'm muted. Thank you. Yeah, I assumed that he was just following behind you.
And Zappy's kind of small, like a small dog that like he could be like jump up here, boy. Right?
Yeah. He's a big boy.
All right. Well, I want Big Boy to jump up.
All right, you just sort of call
'Cause
him,
this
just
is-
whistle for a second, as he
This
does.
is now the second time that I've seen a glowing orange paw, and it's time to investigate. So I believe you said originally he had a bandage around his paw.
He did not have a bandage. I don't think he had a bandage around his paw. No.
No.
Thought you said the
Never
first
looked at it.
one. Well, it's time to start. We are very, very carefully going to look at his paw and not try to touch marks.
Good to know. Good to know.
Becomes the target.
And with that, you look over and you see as finally time. There is something forming amongst Zappy's paw. You look over and it seems to be a orange sort of silhouette, sort of just glowing. And you, with your oculi sight, even though you only have the one eye, you look over and just really try to investigate it. And you see the shape of an orange diamond kind of forming on Zappy's paw.
I think
As
we
you're
may
just
have
sort of
just...
looking, you just see a Zappy just licks your face.
Now, I can't remember if I knew in-game or out-of-game. Originally, you're the one who told all, or like, we got information from all of us about the missing mark, correct? Or the 7 and 1 was missing, right? That
Yeah.
information everybody has in-game, yes?
Yeah.
So Ulf is going to look up after seeing this. And Pyre, I think we may have just found another one. I think we may have just found the last.
Out of character, because I need to know what you were saying. We know there's only 7.
So, well, we don't know that there's only 7. A few times, and someone may have to bring the notes. There was like this whole passage that it was it 7? It was the 7 sages. 1 disappeared.
That's correct.
1 went evil.
There's 5 sages.
There's
5 sages.
There's 5 sages, then it's revealed as more and more you learn there's 6.
I know
So
that there was one thing.
No, so here, let me go read it again. Boop boop. You guys don't know what the Ascent knows, but you know this. Where is the? Let's look at the first session for the Ascent. Ooh, nope, not that one. Is it this one?
I thought there
there.
might have been something in like the transporter room about
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Transporter room. Nah, not 7 though. Here's where it is. Where the? God damn it, where is it? Here we go. All right. 5 spirits, 1 corrupted, 1 soon to be forgotten. You don't know the other part, but you do know, and a 6th spirit to rejoin their comrades. That's it. That's as much as you guys would know.
Hey,
Alright, well,
Sensei?
Mhm.
Then I won't say that we found the.
And I would probably
the
say
next
only
one. I would just
Pyre
say we
knows
found
that, I
another
believe.
one.
I believe only Pyre would know that, if I'm not wrong. I'm
Alright,
pretty
well, then-
sure.
then-
But yeah.
Then I think Ulf is just gonna say it. I think we've just found another one. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, Sensei, I know that. Yeah. I've got pulled up my personal notes.
I don't think anybody else knows that. So yeah, it's all you.
Not to rehash trauma, Graz, but who are the 3 Valkyries again? It was you.
It was me. It was Rayla, Spike, and Balia, who exists in the same body as Myra.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Why do you ask?
Hey, I'm over here doing note stuff. Just don't worry about it.
Doing math.
Guys doing math. Is that all then?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, if there's nothing, well, is there anything else you guys want to say, or are you guys good to go?
I mean, I feel like this is kind of a bigger deal than just like, ain't nobody see this orange diamond here, guys. Come on, give me something.
Yeah. I think
Just another
I can
thing
hear
on
that,
a
like-
long list to figure out.
I think I can hear Ulf saying that, right?
Yeah.
So Yato would just ask another what?
Dread, I've already done that on Zappy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna glean anything, but. And also, I don't want to die. I've been told
Yeah,
that
so
that is very.
there is
very...
one thing that's a little bit strange, but you may want to wait till you get everybody else here so they can have input. But that thing that you have, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well then I guess we just walk back, and then I'll
Yeah, we'll
announce it
just
to
keep
everybody that
walking.
there's now a
Yeah.
second mark.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how
Well,
to
that's
talk
that.
with him.
Oh man.
See
There
what
we
this
go.
is up with. Yep.
That
I
being
tried.
said,
I tried.
you tried. You really did. Alright. So we're gonna activate this new scene and you guys are gonna head over back towards the mill. As you begin to do so, you all begin to walk in unison and eventually find Tony, Anth, and Thorin all just sort of gathered around waiting for your guys' return. That being said, you guys can adjust your or move your tokens whenever you wish and keep on going on to join your companions.
Hey, Sensei.
Mm-hmm.
This book that Tony has,
Yeah.
where do they keep it?
They keep it kind of like well, they for the most part are always sort of carrying it in their hand, but if they're not carrying it in their hand, they have like a little it's how do I explain it? You know, one of the you know one of those holsters or whatever that you kind of have, but it's like underneath your armpit kind of deal.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. They keep their book underneath kind of their armpit or whatever holster.
A book holster.
Kind of like a satchel.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's a little bit more up.
Pyre probably has one similar, maybe a little lower, not as far up, but I can see Pyre having one.
Typically, this wizard. I mean, it's just all fashion or whatever at the end of the day, but a lot of the time, you may have that if you really don't want the book to get lost. So, like a wizard book, or like, all that stuff. Rather than just, oh, this is, the next book of Tusk of Love, right? Something like that. More important.
Oh,
Scope of love.
That's
so Sensei,
Ah.
real quick, out of game, I'm just going to kind of tell you this. Ulf is definitely going to keep his one eye kind of on Groth, knowing that even if she doesn't want to, he may have just made himself a target. Like, he's not gonna let it. He's not gonna try to let it affect things, right?
Mhm.
But he's had enough battles and battle experience to kind of know that you don't turn your back on a potential threat no matter what.
Thing that he's all, you should trust me, and then she's all, okay, but you should trust me too, and he's like,
Oh no, he trusts you. He just doesn't trust the thing that's freaking seeping darkness on your hand.
I don't know why.
Question:
Yes.
How does Groz look like right now?
bad. But okay.
You could see visibly how she looked in that clearing. How bad it was.
Real fucking bad.
See, Foreign looking into Groz's eyes, you would see his eyes soften as if it suddenly turned back to day. Walks towards her, gives her a hug.
That being said, are you using your sorcery point?
Yes.
As this begins to happen, you see as your composure begins to change, and as you begin to body the day for a moment, you just walk over and give Auroraverse a big ol' hug.
And just whispers, "I'm sorry."
Thank you. And she hugs him back.
And with that, eventually, as you stop embracing, you look over, and it seems to be that a couple of the skeletons have sort of started gathering forth, and eventually have made their way over towards you guys off to the side. They'll begin to start looking over and reporting for the next command, and as they do, Tony will look over towards Pyre and say, "Well, I believe that we must get to work. We only have only a couple of hours before the moon rises again."
Do you mind if I see your research now?
Oh, don't worry. I have plans for that. You'll be able to see plenty of it. Because you are going to be with me for a bit of time.
Ah, perfect.
All right, so, oh god, I got everybody's attention again. All right, so we only have several hours before, I believe that the moon rises again, and you said there was an attack or something, right? So, if that's the case, then, here's what I have a couple of tasks that would probably need to be taken care of so we can prepare ourselves to our fullest. You'll see as they begin to start flipping through the pages of the book and all that and begin to go back to the original page.
I'm still hardcore staring at this book.
Perception check.
Shit, I should have said that before I walked up.
18? Not bad. Not bad at all. As they're flipping over and over and over again, you still see that...
Yeah, where that character was on that one page, I'm kind of keeping track if that changes.
It does not change. It does not change. But one thing that you're able to notice a pattern amongst a lot of the, or not every page, but very often a lot of the pages, you see this. I DM'd it to you. And that is a very common theme, whether it be that that word or whatever, throughout the book consistently. As there's
just that?
Just that in the sense of, well, like this. Here, I'll give you a couple examples. Blah, 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 like that. And you just notice as that's just a common theme for whatever reason in the book.
Okay. And the other one is just the standard on every page?
Yep, just top right, kind of like an insignia. That being said, as they're sort of flipping over, they will look about and they will begin to kind of look at you for a brief moment. Here, everything all right?
Well, yes, I'm just, I seek knowledge and I'm waiting for you to tell me what we'll be working on. I quite enjoy learning.
I see. This, there is a little bit of personal things in this book, so if you please, keep from prying eyes, that'd be appreciated on my end.
Oops, sorry.
You're fine. I didn't specify. Anywho, so a couple of the tasks that I had, you tell me if you'd be better suited elsewhere, but for Auroraverse, please tell me I did that right.
Extremely close. Excellent work. Thank you for trying.
Damn it. Anyways,
humanoid mouths just aren't made for bear names, so you're doing great.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, you and Anth would be helping me, well, raise the dead, but not necessarily the raising part, but more of inspiring them to arms, to become more advanced than a simple bag of bones. I think we have a bit more potential with what we could do with them, and we'll probably need lots of more advanced individuals rather than just the simple not meat shields, but bone shields at this point.
Sensei, do you mean Ulf for that?
No, not actually. You are a Valkyrie, right?
Yes.
Yes, so here's the sort of thing. I have... when I found this mill, there were a bunch of, how you say, nearby skeletons that their souls are a little bit angrier than others. And they would be a little bit of an issue. They are simply undead and they are suffering, but I was able to capture them for the time being in this old thing. And you'll see as he begins to sort of go through their bag and pulls out another bag, and it is a bag of holding. So, the thing is, these individuals, they have their soul still connected to the undead, and that can't really fly. I'd need you two, if possible, to separate said souls from said bag, or excuse me, from said bones, so we could utilize it. The thing is, they're suffering, and I don't really want that. I don't want that on my conscience. My moral high ground's been shot to all hell. That's why I don't really concern myself with morality. Anyways, I'm talking too much again. Could you please separate these people and usher them into the new world, and then afterwards, could you, Anth, take part in inspiring them or uninspiring them to maybe give them a little bit more of a specialty? Would that be possible?
I think so.
Necromancy.
Fun family activities.
Raising the dead.
Yay, let's go!
Oh boy.
Just a regular Tuesday.
All right, glad to have your overjoyed sort of reactions. Perfect. Anyway, but I believe that you'd be essential in specializing in the archetype. But besides that, so that's what I have planned for you. Pyre and Thorn, the mage or the arcane powerhouses and more. I believe that you two would be the best candidates for, how you say, learning a little bit of this replication magic if you were interested. A way to be able to, well, replicate many things, such as how I replicated Ulf's shield earlier, and maybe even, I don't know, replicating spells or more of the arcane. I could teach you a couple of things, and if we're going to be working together, I'd best probably have you two know it rather than more hags in knowing it. So, if you want to learn a little bit more of the arcane and help me when it comes to the replication process of these bones, that would be much appreciated.
Of course, I'm always willing to learn.
Anth would pull one bullet from his pocket and say, Pyre, practice on this.
Is it just a normal bullet or a magical bullet?
Normal. No.
You got it. We're about to be making bullets and guns, baby.
So, Pyre's never seen a bullet, and as soon as you give it to him, he's going to literally take it apart and start investigating what it is, not thinking about it. He just goes, oh, it kind of plays with it, and also it breaks open. He goes, oh, and starts just dissecting the crap out of it.
You got it. Tony's gonna look over towards Thorn and say, would this suffice? Would you like to learn a little bit of replication magic?
I can't really learn.
How so?
I am music magic, but I don't know how to use magic, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I see. Well, the thing is, I can't really learn, magic like, let's say, Pyre would. Don't worry, I think that we can probably throw our own little spin or twist on it. If I was able to be a cleric and gain this sort of knowledge, I believe that you should too. It's at least worth a try. Where does your magic come from anyways? This may aid in the process.
Oh. I just think it instinctively.
Huh.
And it just happens. Sometimes I can lose control over it.
I was gonna make an Arcana check. Is there? There's not. Alright, what's his knowledge for it? Not much. Alright, Arcana.
I can show you.
Yeah, sure, why not? Is everybody okay with that? Sure.
He's gonna. Foreign is gonna clap his hands towards this way.
Alright.
Using Thunderclap.
Oh god. I assume you do it in a way to not kill your party or the skeletons, right?
Yeah, it's this towards here.
Okay, cool. I don't remember the range of Thunderclap. So yeah, you clap your hands, and with that...
15 feet cube.
15 feet cube. Alright, does wild magic occur? Yes or no? I believe it does.
A cantrip.
Cantrip. Oh, it's the cantrip. Okay, gotcha. So as you thunderclap, you see as it goes boom immediately, and it's like...
I almost had another conniption. We do not need wild magic right now. I'm so glad this is just a cantrip.
that's why Ant moved away.
Alright, so as this sort of happens... I see. Oh, did you... Oh, so I noticed that the whole, your hands, they start to glow when you did that. Quite... So maybe the magic comes from there. Quite strange, but very, very, very interesting. I think we should be able to make something work. I'll probably need to study more of your arms if that's okay, but I think we should be fine.
Oh. And Foreign will look at his arm, and then suddenly it becomes a dagger.
They're gonna look at you. You all just notice as Thorin's arm begins to slowly shift from a hand to an actual blade. A sort of crystal blade.
Pyre and Gross seen it earlier.
Ant has seen it too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pyre, and Gross.
Oh,
That
well, yeah.
Is very, very useful transmutation magic. It has to be transmutation. Yes, of course. Those are some...
No, that's not magic.
Oh.
That's just my hands doing it.
Bro, that's so cool.
And they do other things? Other shapes?
Yes, any shape I want, really.
That is so cool.
Technically, I could practice using any tool.
Could you make your arm shaped like a bear?
I think so.
You could certainly try.
Gonna try to shape the other hand into a bear.
Do you want to be stuck with a dagger and a bear for a couple hours or an hour?
Yes.
Alright. Make a performance check, Thorin. Performance check. 12? It's not bad. You make your hand into like a little bit of a cub bear. You're not entirely sure if you got it right, but it's the effort and the thought that counts. As you just are stuck with a dagger in the left hand and a bear in the other, and you're just like, "Well, shit, this is gonna be difficult." But hey, look, it's cool.
Can stab people and scare them away. That is useful.
That just be the most interesting thing I've ever seen in my life. I can't wait to learn more about this. So, you're definitely going to be on the arcane team, alright. So, if that's the case, that was the other sort of conceived team. And then the last ones, well, you two see, well, you, Yahato, You seem to be a fine chef, I mean swordsman, so you will be probably suited in a hunt, if you will. Ulf, you said that you would do anything to protect your companion, so if you wouldn't mind accompanying him, and I believe that you are a juggernaut of strength, so you should be perfectly fine for this, to assist. Am I incorrect or no?
Yeah, sure. What are we hunting?
See, that's the thing. You should be fine. They're more pests rather than anything. But we're going to need materials, and we're going to need lots of scrap to sort of form defenses amongst this land. And recently, when I was sort of just exploring just around this surrounding area, there were a couple of individuals. Have you ever heard of Nazgul or Nazgul specialties at all?
We've heard of them, yes. Atlas mentioned them.
Yeah.
You
Anybody
guys
on the
bid?
mountain would. Anybody on the mountain would have mentioned.
Yeah,
knew
Yahato
this.
and Antwood.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Who?
I also think that Ulf was taken at that
Oh, yeah.
period of time.
That's fine. So, Nazgul specialties. You haven't seen the little robots or whatever running around, the little automatons, but not like, you know, like a warforged, more of like a robotic eagle or something, or a robotic tiger. Those
We've
things.
seen many of those.
Yes, those would be the Nazgul specialty bots, from what I understand. There are a couple of them that are just sort of writhing around in the nearby forest. If you wouldn't mind, maybe you could go rough them up a little bit, take the scrap metal. I'm sure they wouldn't really mind, and they're probably going to try to kill anybody that goes in that area anyways, and just sort of deal with that. I figured that you two would probably be the best suited for that if, while the others are doing their stuff.
Not a problem. You helped me, I'll help you.
Splendid, splendid. All right, well, if everybody's okay with their task, I hope I did a good job. I'm not used to these things at all. But, that said, well, here, here, Paya and Thorn, if you could meet me inside the mill, I will help you out with the replication and teaching you of those things. Yahato and Ulf, here's the... Do you guys have a map of some sorts?
No.
Pulls
Ulf
out
is just
this
gonna shake his
thing
head
that's
now.
like been started to be taped together as he's like expanding upon it more and more and more. He goes, "What will this do?"
Quite ingenuity. All right, so much ingenuity. They'll look over towards the map and kind of point in the general direction, so you guys have the idea of where to go. This forest should be
Okay.
located this way, not too far past the mill. While that is happening, God damn it, Dread, I hate you. I hate you. That's so much your
Oh
fault.
my god.
Oh man, hey man, we got a lot of inspiration from Horizon Zero Dawn. So hey.
What?
Wow,
No
kind of crazy.
way.
You guys, it's kind of like you fought an enemy named the Stormbird. Wow, where did you get that
What?
one,
I don't-
Sensei?
Yeah, I wonder.
You know, kind of crazy, kind of crazy. But Tony's gonna look over and say, "Here, I won't be doing any of the fighting. Heavens no. But I will at least provide you the bag of holdings for you two." Looking towards Graz and Anth, for you to deal with these individuals. It's best to probably take care of this outside. I don't want everything getting destroyed in the warehouse, right?
Would we be able to duplicate that bag?
No, sadly not. Well, I think Grim Alice mentioned something of like being able to replicate magical items, but as my power and my knowledge does not know of this. She never taught me that.
Don't worry. We'll do the fighting for you. I always say, bring it on.
God damn!
Zing! He's got it. I hate it here. All right. And with that,
Nice timing.
is there anything anybody needs to do before you all go your separate ways for the time being?
Yes, Sammy
for
the
it.
player would like to ask. We know that there is a battle coming. It seems like we could probably put up some defenses Since we've never built anything before, how would we do that, Sensei?
How would you do it? Well, you gotta wait till next week when you get the materials to actually build shit.
Okay.
We got a lot of
Sensei.
materials, didn't we? Oh no, we didn't. We didn't take materials.
Nah, you're gonna need materials and you're gonna need soul coins. You're gonna need lots of them. Then what you're gonna want to do is just scream out for Bill Roy's name.
Bill Roy
Sensei.
Jenkins.
That's my name. What's up, Yahato?
You said earlier that I'm noticing something weird. Can you DM me like what I'm noticing?
Noticing something weird. When did I say that?
When Zappy got when we saw Zappy's
Gotcha. Where you at? I typed in Discord Yahato as if I was really gonna find something.
I'm gonna change my name later.
Please don't. You'll fuck up the overlay.
Little Yahi.
I know. Yeah.
There you go. So if you want to act on anything of that regards, then you can. Oh boy.
I think while he's doing that, I think if we're gonna go off and do this, if Zappy's coming with me,
Yeah, I can. Where's he? Oh, he's still back there. Whoops.
well, I'm just saying
just,
if he is, I want to try to. We're gonna start to try to teach him how to hunt a little bit. Right, I've got some rabbit carcasses, maybe the fur. Right, you could throw it out and have him start zapping rabbits or anything like that. And as he can blink around, he can move faster than rabbits. We're gonna turn that man in there, or turn Zappy into a hunting dog at least, which may help him be able to hit things in combat.
Well, you might want to help him out by taking him on this hunt with you right now. So if that's the case, then here's what we will do. I will keep that in mind when you're basically like going hunting and all that stuff. Like in the background, keep that in mind that you're trying to actively train him and teach him stuff.
Sensei, if I understand well, he just basically connects the dots.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Do you mention anything about it, or just keeping it under wraps for now?
I will, like, when we're hunting with Ulf.
Alrighty. Well, with that, is last sort of checkups. Is there anything else y'all need to do?
Ire really wants to see this book with comprehend languages at some point, just as a statement.
Are
He
you
wants to
casting-
know what's going on.
Alright, are you casting comprehend languages?
No, not right now. But
Gotcha.
like, he's gonna get the book, go hide somewhere, and literally read it front to back, and figure out what the hell's going on.
Oh boy. Alright. With that, you all go your separate ways. And as you do, that is where we will come to this close of this session. With that, my friends, it is 1:30. Thank you guys for being able to play. We had a little bit of emotional damage. We had a little bit of teamwork, and we had a little bit of progress. So good session, everybody. Good session. All right, y'all. I'm gonna break down stream, and I will see you guys in a bit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all as usual. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves over on the stream. If you haven't already, go to the YouTube channel and go like the video. Go do it right now. If I don't see that we have double digits over on that YouTube video, I'm not in the stream. Jokes aside, also drop a follow if you guys are new and you enjoyed yourself at any point during the stream. And yeah, you guys have been fantastic. We're going to be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, Sunday, for Secrets in the Sands. That is a desert campaign. So I hope you guys are ready for that and more chaos and shenanigans. All right, y'all. I will see y'all later.